What up? What up? What up? It's Rec League Podcast, bruh. My name is Randy Little. This is episode 142. Um, we hope, as with every episode, that y'all enjoyed the Deadpool and Wolverine spoiler discussion. We got another spoiler heavy discussion for you guys, man. It is the AlienRomulus. Which I thought I was going to say Borderlands. This is the AlienRomulus spoiler talk. If you have not seen AlienRomulus yet, go watch the movie, then come back and kick it with us. Because if you listen to the pod and then go see the movie, we're going to ruin it for you. Nobody wants to see a movie that they already know what's going to happen. The squad is the regular panel. Myself, E-Sig, Rocket, Nick. But it's like it's weird. It's like a sandwich of it's like a 4-man sandwich. I feel like I should say pause in there because it just sounded weird. It's a group of 3 at the beginning. It's a group of 3 at the end, but it's a different group. You know what I mean? But the majority of it is Quattro. And it's just a fun time, bro. It's just a fun discussion. That's what I'm talking about. Like all y'all young people that y'all need y'all traffic, y'all need y'all likes, y'all need y'all interactions, y'all need y'all streams or whatever. I don't care. I do this shit for the love of the game. I do it because it's fun, it's laughs, and it is very insightful and educational cinema discussion. I don't care if each episode gets 4 downloads, gets 4,000, 4 million downloads. I don't care. I don't care. Like, I'm old. I have income. I'm not trying to be internet famous, man. This is just fun. I love talking to people that I get along with that we may have different views on the same thing. We don't get heated and argue, bro. Like we just talk, agree to disagree sometimes. That's what mature people do, and me. But that's my Jerry Springer final thought. That's my insightful public service. That's my damn community service for this month. Recently, theatrically, Eli Roth put out Borderlands, and then It Ends With Us, the Blake Lively movie that's been swirled up in some controversy since it came out. Those movies came out the weekend of August 9th. This current weekend, obviously, we got AlienRomulus. Paul Feig put a movie out on Amazon Prime called Jackpot with Aquafina and John Cena. Upcoming this weekend, we got The Crow remake, which is probably just like a revenge thriller just with The Crow in the title, brand recognition and shit. Also, we got Blink Twice, and it's called Blink Twice because I'm sure MGM was scared to release a movie called Pussy Island, directed by Zoe Kravitz. And then Labor Day weekend, the weekend of August the 30th, all I know that we got coming out that weekend is that Ronald Reagan biopic with Dennis Quaid that I'm sure only old white Republicans are going to go see. And if that's you, man, enjoy. Tuesday, August the 6th, on physical media, we got Babes, starring Ileana Glazer, directed by Pamela Adlon. It looks funny, so the blind buy was enforced. If it isn't funny, then I'll just have a movie that isn't funny on my shelf. Collateral 4K, very underrated movie. I see Shout released a combo pack of the Bill and Ted sequels. I don't understand why. Like, why isn't Excellent Journey in there with Bogus? Excellent Adventure in there with Bogus Journey and Face the Music? I don't get it. Tuesday, August the 13th, Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, The Bike Riders, If, Chucky Season 3 all came out. Were all, in fact, purchased. I see Warner Archive put out a Scooby-Doo combo pack. OG animated movies. I see Game Night. I see Black Mass. I see Just Mercy, Observe and Report. All got re-releases. This upcoming Tuesday, the 20th, Shout Factory is releasing Death to Smoochie, directed by Danny DeVito, starring Robin Williams and Edward Norton. One that I have been waiting for an upgrade for a minute, if we keeping it a buck. I see a Red Eye 4K. I don't see a Red Eye Blu-ray, so it's one of those Abyss True Lies movies that, for whatever weird-ass reason, isn't getting a Blu-ray before it gets a 4K. But Panic Room is just still out there just collecting dust. I see a Beetlejuice Steelbook, Halo Season 2. I see a Tremors 7 movie combo pack, which who needs 7 Tremors movies? I have the first one. I see a Joker re-release. I'm copying Red Eye and Death to Smoochie. Nothing else. I thought I saw a Criterion release. Not a Pretty Picture. Is that a Criterion? Did I say Can't Hardly Wait 4K? The 27th of August, I see a Drive Steelbook. I see Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes finally on physical media. Arrow is putting out the Mexico trilogy on 4K. I see a Succession box set. Never seen the show, but I'll blind buy it. I've always been interested. Pee-wee's Playhouse on Blu-ray. The Watchers. Mother on 4K. Star Trek Discovery. The Garfield movie. I thought this Tuesday was more... I thought August 27th was more expensive than what it's looking. I see Watchmen Chapter 1. I see Resident Alien Season 3. Yeah. Let me know what you plan on adding to your collection. When I come back, we will be 3 deep, eventually 4 deep, talking about these Alien movies. It's Rec League. Back again. Nick may or may not, neigh like a motherfucking horse. Nick may or may not be tapping in. Mr. Sigmund.
Yeah, what's up? Man.
See, I forgot, I meant to ask you this off wax, but you told me your business. So next episode, I'm assuming we gonna do like a summer recap, and then following episode we'll do like Beetlejuice reactions, right? Since you doing your thing, is there one of those that you not gonna be available for?
Let's see, when is the recording date for the next
The
episode?
7th is not a recording date. It's an in-between.
Oh, good. So that's literally the day I leave.
That's what I'm saying.
The 7th, so that should be all right.
For both.
Yeah, you said the 7th isn't a recording date.
Right.
Yeah, so that should be good. Should be.
The Crow is an off week. Sorry, Rocket. And Beetlejuice is an off week. But we got Rocket back first time in a month. Quick reviews. What you think of Deadpool and Wolverine? What you think of Trap? What you think of Borderlands?
I had a chance to see Trap. Borderlands, I don't even know if I'm going to see. From the reviews I'm seeing,
not in theaters.
Yeah. Oh, catch it, whatever. But Deadpool, Wolverine, fantastic, ton of fun. I still think this Deadpool 2 is better, but I think it's overall. I enjoy all the cameos. I think the thing is this: it was hyped up a little bit too much with all the cameos here and there. But like, it's funny, like knowing that Matthew McConaughey was in it, even though you didn't see his face. You know, Blake Lively. All that speculation, because if you actually think about it, they were basically 2 true cameos that people got big pops for, at least in my theater, were when Wesley Snipes showed up as Blade.
Oh, yeah.
And when Henry
Calm
Cavill...
down, Eric.
and when Henry Cavill was,
the
showed up as the Cavalry. So, I mean, everybody, there was a pop for, Channing Tatum as Gambit, Jennifer Gardner as Elektra, but
Johnny Storm.
Johnny Storm,
Chris Evans, big one.
Oh yeah,
that was a good one.
No, that's a superhero landing.
Overall, hopefully Marvel Studios could ride this momentum. Hopefully, New World Order with Captain America. Hopefully that one continues.
We watching wrestling?
So we'll see. We'll see what's up.
Sir, it's called Brave New World.
Yeah. Hopefully that one with
New World Order. Well, we look at Red Hulk talking about some NWO for life.
Oh man, no, but hopefully the next Captain America. From what I saw, the trailers look pretty good. So hopefully that it continues that momentum. So.
Tapping in. He's tapping in. Rocket, let us introduce you to Dogpool.
Hey,
Mary Poppins.
And I'm back. Oh man, well hello there.
So I'm the only one not on an iPad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on a phone.
I feel so rich.
There you go.
You the only one got a fancy MacBook.
Nah, bro, this is 7 years old. It's on his last legs.
Oh, that's not bad.
No shit.
That's dead in dog years.
Well, you would know.
No.
It's messed up.
All right. So my original idea before I got vetoed was directors with no misses, but we're gonna do Romulus and Alien franchise spoiler heavy discussion. We've all seen it, right?
Yeah.
Rocket, Eric, I haven't reacted.
Yeah.
I haven't seen y'all react. I don't know y'all ratings, so...
Really? It's on, I'm about to say Peacock. It's on Letterboxd. I just posted I just posted my list, too. You take a look at it. My Aliens movies rating list.
Let's look at this shit show.
So, I liked it a lot more than Cisco and Ebert over here, Nick.
Bro, oh, shit.
Ooh, man, I hate to be a filmmaker and having Nick be my critic.
I unplugged my mic instead of my charger. I wasn't far behind. Like, I wasn't far behind him.
I don't know. I liked it a lot.
I liked it a lot. The ending, I still know how I feel about it.
As in the third act?
Yeah, but besides that, leading up to that, I thought the movie was fantastic.
Now, we're going to speak on that, because I think that's I think that what they did, spoilers, right?
Yeah, nothing is off limits.
What they did with the new creature, I think it kind of sparks up a bad
the new
memory.
Creature. They took the worst part of the worst Alien movie and tried to remix that shit.
Yes, exactly. I think that's probably like, that resurrection.
Not good.
I mean, like, I guess it's not out of the realm of possibility, but I am just finding it so hard to buy that just a group of just wily kids looking to get out of their oppression just hijacked a Wayland spacecraft. It's not impossible. It's just not been done before, so that's why I'm having a hard time with it.
Yeah, one thing is the fact that they just pretty much it's abandoned. They got what they wanted, and just left it. But
I mean, and that's the thing, though. Go ahead, Eric. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I guess it would be the equivalent of some kids, because it is the future. That's probably not as advanced. Like the equivalent of some kids breaking into somewhere to steal something, like they would today.
That's what I was about to say too. It was just like this is way into the future. I mean, for all we know, this is what they do all the time. Like the people in that future. This is a norm thing. So it's like Eric's saying, it's like kids just breaking into like a car or someone's garage or some weird thing like that just to get something out of it. So
it's like a group of fucking like new recruits just jacking the USS Enterprise.
But like I said, they had a ship to get there.
If it was abandoned.
Yeah, I mean, they had a ship to get there,
Whoa.
So, so it's...
Better than Prometheus and Covenant?
I hated Alien. I didn't stress that. I did not like Alien Covenant that much.
Same.
as much as I wanted to. I don't not like it. You see, it's 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't. It was just like y'all mentioned this in the chat. Like, man, it got into goofy, like campy 80s horror movie. Like, yeah, let's get in the shower together after we
Juicy Smollett, bro.
Like after this, and the part, if
It's
you
like,
watch it,
I wouldn't have been mad at the sex in the shower if it didn't come right after a xenomorph attack.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. And
Washing
also,
off the day. We have had a stressful day. Why waste it?
For sure.
and the part in when the creature is breaking out of the back, and the other, she runs in with the gun like, well, blame, slip on the blood. Like, it's just like
Hit that voice one more time.
it's like the most clumsiest group of people in an Alien movie. I mean, even the way they approach the planet, just carelessly.
Yeah.
But I guess that's kind of part of.
Yeah, I like it's like they weren't like the colonial marines or whatever. Like they were literally just people. They were like scientists on this. Like it's like these people were not cut out for whatever they thought they were doing over there.
It's
So I
like,
give it S.
at what point did the Alien franchise become a crew full of couples? And at what point, I'm like, the thought is like escaping my head as I'm trying to say it. Because like it's always been scientists. Like Aliens is really the only movie where it was like soldiers and they still got fucked up.
Yeah.
And
It's
yeah,
like,
it's
3 was the prison planet. We're not talking about Resurrection, even though Nick gives it a 2 out of 5.
Resurrection's fun.
And
It's fun, goddamn.
I'm the only one that puts Resurrection dead last.
No way.
Resurrection
No,
is
like
dog
this.
shit.
Nick hit it on the head. I think Resurrection. I mean, come on, Randy. You got to give at least the underwater scene.
It's fun.
No.
What? Really?
No.
Damn.
No.
The ladder
Fuck.
part. Like I always think of the
Fuck
ladder scene.
Alien
After they
Resurrection.
come out of the water.
1997 is guilty of giving us so many dog shit ass movies.
Can't argue with that. But
The only reason I would consider putting Resurrection over Requiem is because of the lighting faults with Requiem.
yeah,
yeah, that's pretty bad.
that they did on purpose, supposedly.
Yeah. It's like a joke watching Requiem. Like I'm like, I don't think it's like narratively. I'm like, I don't think this is like a completely unwatchable horseshit awful movie. But it's like
Resurrection.
like the lighting is like
It's bad.
it's like no way.
Well, it kind of technically is unwatchable. You can't see the shit.
Facts. Facts.
With everything else. No way, Resurrection.
But yeah, like you said, narrative wise, it's interesting what they try and do, but it's just. But because Randy wants to stick with Resurrection for a few
Come on, bro.
minutes. It's tonally all over the place.
Maybe I didn't pay attention in science class, but why does the clone have to be pregnant? Well, the clone is pregnant just because Ripley was pregnant at the end of 3.
Right. That's where they were going. That's what they're trying to say.
But
it doesn't make any sense. Science fiction.
If hypothetically, if my girl is pregnant right now, and hey, let's go clone ourselves, the clone will be pregnant.
Clone will be pregnant.
Why?
Yeah, clone. According to Alien
The
Resurrection,
clone did not fornicate.
Maybe it did. Like Brad Dourif was weird. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a fact.
That's the weirdest thing. That's the thing about Resurrection. Like, if I were to rank it like lower, or give it a lower grade, it would be because of just like
It's
how
weird.
weird it, like in a bad way.
It's
like what's his name? Like Dan Hedaya is weird in that movie.
Yes.
Like the way,
I was just about to bring him up. His death scene
like-
was even just like.
It's like, bro, like
saluting.
Brad Dourif was making out with that glass. He heard cut, and then just goes into his trailer to do his voiceover for Bride of Chucky, and then has to reshoot kissing the glass.
Yeah.
It's fun. Like there's just a funness to it. Like I don't in the cast.
Right.
No,
Like a Wincott, like Winona Ryder.
Winona Ryder. That's it.
Come on, like, I'm just like with Ron Perlman. That's like top tier Ron Perlman.
Yeah. I don't think that like what I was saying about it being tonally a mess. I don't think the type of humor in Resurrection should be in any Alien movie, but a few of the scenes work. Like the one guy who had the alien who was impregnated with it, when he started to cough and they just backed up and pointed their guns at him. You're like, I'm okay. It's slapsticky, but it's like, okay. And
the only one of these movies that got better upon rewatch was 3.
Yeah. But one more thing, I'm sorry, about Resurrection. It's one thing we all agree on. I think Randy brought it up. Like, the whole basketball scene.
It's stupid.
Yep, very.
Like, who wrote? I guess Josh Whedon would have written that.
It's like what, like 2372, and we're still playing basketball.
Yeah,
they're already in there hooping, and they all.
She was in that motherfucker like Steph Curry in the gold medal game.
They're like, look what we got here.
Yeah.
He's already in there like, oh, hey boys, or whatever. And I'm like, why are you in there playing basketball? Like,
and then she just got all these handles, like she's shaking the shit out of Ron Perlman. He can't touch the ball for shit.
And like he throws they've got like a handicapped guy, and he's just like throwing knives into his legs, and he's like, damn it, man. And he's like, ah.
And think about all of the people that turned it down. Supposedly,
rightfully so.
Bryan Singer was up for it, but he moved to get into pre-production of another little movie
Apt Pupil
called X-Men.
Good choice.
Yeah. So he would have been Apt Pupil. He did 98, and he was developing. Well, he was. And who else? I think I heard somewhere. I don't know if it's rumor or not. Zack Snyder wouldn't have had a feature, but yeah, Alien 3.
Zack Snyder got offered Alien Resurrection.
From the source, I think so.
So what did he do for 6 years until Dawn of the Dead came out?
That's what I said. Excuse me.
Counted his lucky stars he didn't accept that fucking dumpster fire.
But yeah, speaking of David Fincher.
Trainspotting director Danny Boyle was the producer's first choice to direct.
Yeah, Danny Boyle. That's the one.
Peter Jackson was also approached but declined.
Yeah, Danny Boyle turned it down to do what's the Ewan McGregor movie?
Life Less Ordinary.
Yeah, Life Less Ordinary. Which is probably still the better choice.
Yeah. I haven't even seen A Life Less Ordinary, and it is the better choice.
It's like, who did 28 Days Later did Alien Resurrection.
Yeah.
Whoa. It sounds weird now because I don't think of Danny Boyle as being that kind of director, but it's like he did 28 Days Later.
Yeah, but he did Sunshine too, one of the most underrated.
Right. I'm like, this movie.
Yeah.
Sunshine. Wrong genre.
Sunshine. I like Sunshine.
But have any of you actually seen the assembly cut of Alien 3?
No.
In my life, I feel like I have, but I didn't the other day, so it's not.
So the first big box set, the Alien Quadrilogy, was the first set, and each movie had 2 versions of it.
Yeah,
and that's when I saw.
Soon to be Oscar-winning director Chris Stuckman put me onto the assembly cut.
Go around, except for Alien vs. Predator. I watched the unrated version, and I didn't notice. Fuck yeah, baby.
Oh, no.
And I noticed nothing different.
But yeah, we still all over the place. What we want to, we just hop in.
Franchise.
Hey, we're still talking. We're talking about Alien, man. We're on topic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alien 3 and how it's actually kind of good, even though it's like considered horrible. It's like it's not horrible at all. It's just,
but it's worth.
It fucks harder than its reputation.
Harder than credit for it. It's not great.
No.
Because there's an interesting subplot in the assembly cut. They actually caught the alien.
Is it that she smashed Tywin Lannister?
The what?
The medical guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Glass Eye from Last Action Hero.
No, you mean this sweet brother Noomsay. None of y'all probably get that one.
I know it from the Kanye song. Groupies say I'm too choosy, and then talk all through the movie.
Yeah.
Randy's strong.
Not yet.
But tell me this, Nick. We talked about. I was picking with you in the group, but I'm sure the listeners want to know why no 5 stars for Alien
Yes.
and Aliens.
The people demand answers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Alien is probably as close to getting 5 stars as like something could be. I think Alien, like I put Alien firmly over Aliens, even though I'd give them about the same grade. I just like, for me, I'm just like, was it 5? Was it like a flawless film? And it's like, probably not. That doesn't make it bad or anything. But I'm like, there's always something where I'm like, oh, well, maybe. And then any movie, 5 stars, I'm always, it's not perfect, is it?
No movie's perfect.
Probably close as anything, like, because it just nails everything that you want it to.
Have you guys seen the uncut version of Alien?
Oh yeah, I have.
So there's a little history about that. So back in what year was that? Like 1978 or 9 or something like that.
Yeah, 79.
79. It was going to be rated X-rated. So the reason why it wasn't X-rated, it was because of the gore, and at that time it was considered graphic, a type of movie like that. What was happening with the horror and the gore of it, so they cut that out. Hence, they got the R rating. But it should be, I think, if you got like the 4K or just even like I can't remember what anniversary it was that they had the 2 versions of it. You see, and the movie flow makes a little bit more sense. But either version is fantastic. But the unrated version is kind of dope with the extra stuff you see in there and all that. So
Rocky remember all that shit like it was yesterday.
And even some of the quiet moments.
Yeah.
Dude, man, that's like, it's like Ridley took the Jaws blueprint. Like, that's what I love. It's crazy. I'm not the biggest horror guy, but I love the horror of Alien over the action of Aliens. Yep. I love the horror of the Terminator over the action of T2.
Oh, that's terrible.
And it's like the slow burn reveal of the xenomorph is just so fucking good.
Yeah, I would say that just the vibe of the first one. Like, you aren't really even seeing it. And it's like, it doesn't matter if it's a guy in a suit. I don't really, it's like the thing with him, like, crawling through the air shafts or whatever, and then it just turned into just him, just a guy.
Yeah. Like, hey.
I'm like, any kind
but yeah,
trick you could do. It's like, I would just rather have the guy going like this. And I'm like,
yeah, Randy, it sounds like you definitely need to see that director's cut of Alien, because there's this what's his name? The actor Harry Dean Stanton. I forget his character's name in the movie. When he's walking around looking for the cat. There's a scene that they cut from the theatrical version where he goes into a room full of chains, and it's a great shot.
It's fantastic.
You see, you can see, or you'll probably see it, or you might not see it. It's a scene you see the alien is swinging back and forth, hanging upside down with the chains.
And then he saw Bruce Banner buck naked.
Oh yeah, that was Harry Dean.
Yeah.
Like, son, you got a condition, but
30 filmography. Yeah.
Let me see.
But in my opinion, I think as far as the different versions of it,
Brett,
and there's a story behind it. The extended version, I'm sorry, the special edition version of Aliens, I think is the definitive version of that movie.
Yes, I agree.
I didn't want extra things to go around. I was just like, I just got to get these watched. I've seen them, but now like extra stuff isn't fresh in my head.
Because there's more stuff with the new character.
Helen Mirren auditioned for Ripley
with that, and it makes with her family and all that. So I like the special edition, like Eric is saying, the special edition version or the director's cut version of actually Alien and Aliens. Like, I feel like that. It's just it feels more complete.
Special edition makes Alien 3 worse. All this stuff, and it's like, Alien 3 really sucks after you watch that.
Also, I was reading an article that Alien Earth, like the TV series that's coming out next year.
Did y'all get that tiny little teaser before your screening?
Yep.
I did not.
I did.
I didn't either.
So that's supposed to take place before anything.
Yeah.
Like before Covenant, Prometheus, all that. So if you go like chronologically of just the Alien movies, it goes that series, then it goes Prometheus, and then it goes on. So
versus Predator takes place in 2004.
Well, that's
is Guy Pearce in it?
Technically.
Yeah, that's true.
Shouldn't Guy Pearce be playing Waylon in this show?
Yeah, that would fuck. Oh, that would be really good.
Right?
They should do that. Him and Fassbender.
Right?
Yeah.
Like creating David, even though they kind of teased it in Covenant.
Yeah. Covenant's great, actually.
I like Covenant more than Prometheus.
But I love Covenant.
Oh man.
I think
the only thing that
and I love Covenant more this go around than I have any other time I've watched it. Like for some reason it like hit me harder this time. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Really, great.
So I have a question. So Guy Pearce plays Waylon.
Yes.
But doesn't Lance Henriksen also play Waylon?
No, he's
he played Bishop, Waylon to Bishop.
Like 300 years apart.
Yeah, it didn't make any sense.
That's my point. That's the confusing part about that.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that they tried, whatever it was. It was like, oh, Alien Predator, like they tried something. I don't know.
Waylon Yutani.
Dog shit.
Yutani is a different person, right? We should get Yutani in the show.
Well, that's the Japanese company that tried. So basically, there's little side clips. I don't know if you can find them on YouTube where there's like, okay, when Covenant came out, remember James Franco was in the little.
Yeah, he was in more than promotional stuff than he was in actual
movie.
Yeah.
So they did little clips like that to match up. So Yutani was a Japanese company that was in competition with Waylon, and they were trying to also do the cloning stuff and all that, and they tried to sue Waylon. Down the line, years later, Waylon wins that court battle, and then even further down the line, they end up buying Yutani, hence why it's Waylon Yutani. So basically, it's a mess. But like, it's funny to me because Lance Henriksen, who's playing Waylon, he dies in Alien versus Predator, but yet Guy Pearce is Waylon, and he's alive, and he sees the engine. I'm like, what the hell?
I think it's just safe to say the Alien versus Predator movies aren't in canon.
No.
That's Guy Pearce's great granddaddy.
Yeah.
The only name I recognize on this Alien Earth cast is Timothy Oliphant.
He's Charles Timothy. Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's not. He's like billed like 7th.
Oh, wow.
Sydney Chandler as Wendy, a woman who has the body of an adult and the consciousness of a child. So she's Jack in the Alien franchise.
She's a robot for sure.
Interesting.
Yeah, she'll be
She's the dude who was in Romulus.
Right.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Who also, I saw somebody say the Covenant. Romulus had bad acting except for him. I highly disagree. Aside from
I bet you saw that on
Letterboxd.
I knew it. Yeah.
Aside from the cousin who was kind of obnoxious, I thought everybody else killed it.
Yeah, he was fine. He was
supposed to be a jerk.
He was.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a jerk. Yeah.
He paid for it.
So he did. So basically, though, if you think about it, if this takes place between Alien and Aliens, it's the connecting fabric. They're still floating out in space because nothing is ever mentioned in Aliens about a ship or
that's what annoys me about prequels.
So it's like, so this is in this. So basically, her and her synthetic brother,
just out there.
They're still out there floating. Well, they're dead by now. But but that's like, it wasn't like in Aliens of a mentioning of an event happened. Now this is that event. That's the thing that threw me off at the end. Like other things about the last half hour of that movie. I still enjoyed the movie, but it was like, okay, it makes sense, but it doesn't. They swung at something that, so for some people it hit, for some people it didn't. But that ending part was, they were going into, deep sleep and all that. and she's narrating. But the thing is, then I started when that was going on, I like checked out because I'm starting to think about aliens. Like, was this ever mentioned in Aliens? And I'm like, nah, nothing. So
no,
to me, they're still floating out in space. You know what I mean? If that's the case,
like the
But
soul.
it's such a big universe. I don't think they wouldn't even know about it.
It's like
But
how long do we imagine her transmission would take to get back to home base? Right?
yeah, I mean, shit. So Sigourney Weaver was floating out there for 50 years.
Exactly.
About alien time, 50 to 60 years.
You're gonna get
So
assembly cuts one day where it's like the Umbrella Academy, them driving past Haley Spaney.
Stupid. Yeah.
What the fuck?
But no, I don't think it. I think they could play with that. It could be so much happening in the universe.
It's like the
And
series. Like they could do more with Kaylee Spaney and the robot guy. Like they could make another one.
Potentially.
Right.
and that's what I was thinking too, Nick. Is I'm guessing, with this TV series coming on, and if this does well, why not bring back those two characters to somehow now connected to the aliens? Because, like I said, nothing is being brought, and it's always, Wayland Company is trying to get some prototype or some, like an alien or a face hugger or whatever, back to Earth, or a sample or somebody impregnated and bring him back. And that's the thing that's throwing me off, because, like I said, Paul Reisner, who's in Aliens, remember, he was trying to get Sigourney Weaver, to get, one of those embryos inside them. So when this was happening in Romulus, I'm like, okay, obviously it basically did happen to a degree, but at the end of the day is nothing was ever mentioned of this event as a company, that's, futures you would think.
Because Fox didn't know in 40 years Disney would make another movie.
It's like they want to bring one of these aliens like to Earth, and it's like if they did their research in Alien versus Predator Requiem, it already happened. They've already been to Earth.
Been here.
It's like, hey, they had a whole battle with the Predators on Earth like 100 years ago. Y'all just weren't paying attention, and it's like we've never seen anything like this. It's like that hunter and his kid saw it like immediately. They were like, "Oh shit!" Lathan saw it.
Nobody making a straightforward alien movie considers AVP canon.
No, it's not.
That's why.
So she's dead, right? So now she froze to death, right?
Never.
That's my guess.
Never, ever.
Make her old and be like, I've seen.
Yeah, because she's out there with no jacket, like no coat.
In the Arctic.
In the Antarctic.
Absolutely.
It made
they just leave it at, well, see it.
It made $18 million on Friday.
Nice. It's so funny every time. She's like, wait, and he's like,
okay,
all right. It's like you've never done this in the history of Predator.
Yep, right.
That worked. But I like Alien versus Predator. It's the same thing with like Resurrection. It's like there's a funness here.
Yeah.
Entertainment
Absolutely
value.
not.
But skipping back to AVP Requiem for a second.
Absolutely not.
Like a better movie hidden in a bad movie. Like when the Predator gets the signal and he starts gearing up. And they show the planet and all that before he goes to Earth. I'm like, wait a minute, where is that? That's the movie I want to see.
Yeah.
When he was on the planet and he was gearing up and getting his helmet, and I'm like, damn, what's going on now? It's just y'all left the interesting movie to go to this crap.
Yeah.
It is Fox.
I mean, it really that movie came out on Christmas Day, 2000.
Yep, saw it on Christmas. Yeah.
I was 17.
I'm sorry.
As I was being like, I'm not above this. I'm not above Part 2. Like, I was like, I'm not above this. I'm going to watch this. But it's like...
Hush your dogs.
Like, whose dogs?
Okay, that rules out me and Nick.
I was like...
it's upstairs.
My expectations were...
Cue the DMX soundtrack.
And then watching it and just being like, what the fuck?
I mean, if it made 18 million on Friday, Romulus is probably looking at like a 52-ish opening weekend.
Not bad. What was the budget even? I didn't even check. 80?
I think I just read 80. Yeah.
Wow, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Effects, lots of affordable actors.
Right, yeah. That's
For now, bro. Callie Spaney is about to become a star.
Yeah, she is.
Between this and Civil War.
Right now.
Yeah, it's gonna do well.
She got a face for the IMAX screen. Like I was watching, I was like, she's good.
So going back to Nick's part, and I'm gonna Nick's thing where he said, you know, AVP, you know, the aliens were already on Earth. I know we're joking around, but
it's true.
When aren't we?
It is true. It is true. But is this Alien Earth series gonna try to connect that to this? Like, I mean, because if you think about it,
I would shit.
Okay.
I'd be like,
Yeah, they won't.
My hope is that we just figure out how they discover the xenomorph or the facehugger or the Prometheus shit, and what their motivations are to bring this fucking death machine to Earth, which has to happen, right?
The Predators are on Earth, and they're like, holy fuck, what can the Predators? We've done it before. And then they open the history books,
dude,
and it's Predator.
Oh my god,
dude!
I'm for it. I'm like, we need it back on Earth.
Also with Prometheus,
dude,
I enjoyed the movie. I thought it was a fun movie. I thought it was pretty good, but I was disappointed in Prometheus because if you go back to Alien, what is one of the biggest? The shot is fantastic. Is when they go on the ship, they're looking around, and yet you see the space jockey. And that space jockey looked massive, like massive. And even when they woke up to it, it's basically almost not twice their size, but 3 times their size. Like the damn head is pretty huge. And then when they meet the engineer, I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like he's no taller than
He's still
Shaq.
tall. And,
yeah.
He's tall and big, but he's not as big as that.
Not a giant,
jockey.
right?
And that's exactly
So, like,
it. And I'm like, because that was one of the things in Alien when that movie first came out, and I was a little kid. I didn't see it until I was a little bit more older. You're like, damn, I want to know where that race came from. That's the interesting part because when that thing exploded out of his chest, that was a big mother F that came out of that space jockey's chest.
So when they're showing what's his fucking name? When Andy is telling him, hey, take this Ozempic shot and it'll cure all your ills and shit. It's the black goo from Prometheus, right?
Yes.
And they never see that it exploded the rat.
Yeah.
Which led to the nightmare of resurrection in 2024. Fucker.
Yeah.
That was something, like, speaking of Andy, the character Andy, probably a standout of the movie. I think we'd all agree. Like,
he was pretty good. He was really good.
Yeah.
Great performance. I didn't get it, though. I was like, okay, so, like, we meet him, and he's kind of like Rain Man robot. Like, he's kind of stupid, but he's, like, really smart. He's kind of like, oh, shucks. Yeah. And it's like, okay, I love him. He's my favorite. But then, like, the rest of the movie, it's sort of like an anti-AI kind of message, which I like. I was like, yeah, fuck AI. But then it's like, then we meet, okay, spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen it, if you're listening.
Rook.
I already said that.
My least favorite part of AlienRomulus was that we brought back Ash. I hated it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Ian Holmes.
As Rook.
Just because I knew that they were on the Nostromo wreckage, I didn't hate it, but
I didn't. Okay, there was so much of it. It was just kind of like we were done doing this after the Flash. Like I was like, I thought we were done. I thought the Flash was the nail in the coffin. We were all like, okay,
for Warner
I'm
Brothers.
over being in movies. So once they did it, like they brought him up, and I thought, okay, it'll probably be like a Flash or something like that, or something like that. Maybe he'll talk briefly, and I'm like, I can deal, and like a ghost.
Yeah, they hung with it a minute.
Yeah,
they did.
But it was the whole movie, bro. Like
the whole third act,
yeah.
The whole movie, he's just like.
And I agree with Nick. Nick. Like, it was nice to see, the CGI version of Ian Holmes. Like, he is. But that's what I thought it was going to be, because I'm like,
yeah. When they woke him up and he started tweaking, I thought that was going to be it. Like, okay, cool callback.
Then he popped back up, like, hey.
Give me control of the ship.
And when he was talking to them in the beginning, in the first part of the movie, the first third, I was like, okay, because when they put him up, I'm like, hold on, this is messed up, because Ash had his head chopped off with Sigourney Weaver put them together.
Right.
So this is the same synthetic, but a different version.
It's the same. It's a different
same model.
His name was Rook.
Which is
right.
Kind of
so that
Romulus as a whole. It's like it's different, but it's the same.
But different.
A lot.
But he did say when he saw Andy, oh, you're an older model of whatever model that was. But I agree with Nick.
Nick really don't like that.
Nah.
I thought he was just going to talk. I think he was going to talk for that scene, give him the information needed
to
see the survival, what's going on or what happened, and then that would have been it.
Yeah. It's just something necessary. Like, okay, it's necessary. Like, people are comparing it to Rogue One, and it's like, remember, like, when Peter for a minute?
Yeah, it's a lot better than that.
Hey,
yeah.
Okay.
Rogue One shits on Romulus. What are we talking about?
To a degree, as far as the story goes, it's I agree that they probably should have made him a major supporting character in the second and third act, which they did. But story-wise, I see what they were doing. They trying to convey the importance of them wanting to get that sample back.
They could have taken.
But they also wanted to redeem Andy.
Once they got his Rook's knowledge out of him and put it into Andy, they didn't need Rook anymore.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, about the technology to just make him a dick.
Right.
Facts.
Kind of was, but it was like, okay, so why is Ian Holmes still talking to me? I don't want it. And it didn't even look good, bro. Like, his mouth was I was like,
I thought the digital CG whatever on the actor looked kind of flashish.
Yeah. So what it was is it had it's called the uncanny valley effect. It's the eyes weren't
uncanny
there.
X-Men.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and what do we look at when we talk to people? And this is the main thing.
Eyes,
their mouth. I have trouble with eye contact. I look at their mouth.
So I don't think it looked bad. It's just that we know something's not right about it.
Yeah.
No. And it was so much. I probably could have passed on, like, okay.
They're killing me with that.
Every time he's talking.
You start tweaking your neck and spitting the milk out.
Yeah. And I'm like, it's just, I didn't like it. And I was like, I really thought the Flash was going to kind of, the 1-2 punch of like the Flash doing it, and then Indiana Jones spending so much money to make Harrison Ford look younger for just, a portion of the movie, where most people realized, they were like, I don't think we needed to even do all that. Like, I thought we were kind of done. So to see it and like, some people were like, this was amazing. This movie was amazing. And I was like, are we not talking about the one glaring thing about it that was not, I guess to me, I was just like, was not amazing. I would even deal with like the human alien thing at the end, because at least that was like weird. Like, I was like,
at least it was weird.
You swung for the fence. It was off-putting. Whoa.
Oh, bro.
Weird.
Yeah. But it was almost a. But you got to give. I was talking about somebody else. You just saw it to somebody else. The movie had a lot of good ideas.
You talk about movies with more people than just us?
No, of course.
Damn.
But
But no, this is my sister. I was telling her something about generically about ideas and execution. This movie had a lot of good ideas and a lot of good execution. The one part I really liked, I guess you call it an action or a set piece, is when they're and setting things up earlier in the movie and then paying them off. Like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, and we know about this. I think it's good screenwriting. The whole sequence with the acid, I think, was freaking fantastic.
With the zero gravity.
Of that.
Yes.
With the zero gravity.
It was weird.
The zero gravity in the acid.
That shit was fire.
Strange.
I mean, that's a hell of an idea, and the way they
But I'm just saying, like,
executed it.
she's taking her shot, Eventually, that gravity's gonna kick in, bro. Like you're fucking yourself.
Like a video game almost. Yeah. It was like something you'd have to do in a video game, like shoot your gun or you're gonna fall. And it's like, yay, I did it.
Yeah, she wasted a couple shots so she could get out of the way. That was cool.
It was cool. It was cool though. I was like, I've never seen this in something before. This is cool.
I like the things they did
in it. To tell
and I like what they did with the face huggers. That like the amount of face huggers they had.
Yes.
And, the aliens.
Even when they tried it, and then even when you take ideas, like Fade is an excellent screenwriter and director. You like the thing with the raising the temperature with the face huggers and and then the other thing going on where they couldn't make noise, but he knows how to use suspense.
Hey, bro, he said run, bro, and he said run, and it was on.
Yeah.
I like from the second they were like Fede Alvarez is going to do Alien. Like most people were like, ooh, because it was like people dead, don't breathe, and it was like, yeah, okay, yes, that works. And the whole movie, I was like, yes, this works. Like he was perfect choice. It was just narratively things.
Yeah, let me ask you how it is.
But I was like, vibe, tone, look.
No, see, I'm telling you.
Say it, Nick. After look, what else?
Suspense.
And another S word. Look, and he does great things with sound.
Sound, yeah. That was what I was gonna say.
Because at the end, I give it to you. It's real hard to make a good jump scare.
Yes.
As much as I didn't like the third act, the third act did make me jump.
It got my ass. Yeah.
It got everybody.
Because I think when she detached that bottom piece of the ship and then he popped out,
right?
I thought he was gone, so I let my guard down.
That got everybody.
Okay.
They got my. I was like, nope. Okay.
One of my favorite scenes was when the cousin, who's an idiot, like, he's with said, and he's like, he takes the shock thing and he's trying to jam it, and I'm like, I told my nephew,
that's what woke up the initial xenomorph.
That's what I'm saying. He's just pissing it off, and also if he hurts it, it's gonna bleed acid. That was the first thing I came. And what ends up happening?
He was established to be an idiot, though.
Yeah, well, he was an idiot. But the best part of it was when the acid hits his chest.
That fucked him up.
In his
hands. But when it hit his chest, I told my nephew, he's dead. Because if acid could melt a spaceship, you better believe it's going to melt your bones. And the way he died, when the acid
was fucking gnarly.
It was fantastic.
Yo, but on that note, though, can we shout out Isabella Merced right quick? It don't matter if it's
been Dora the Explorer,
Transformers, Sicario, Instant Family, fucking Madam Web, Alien. She's good in all these movies, no matter whether they're fucking good, mid, or dog shit.
Yeah, she's a little star.
She's good.
She's a little Transformers girl.
She's about to be in Superman.
Yeah.
Hot girl.
She was. Yeah, see, that's why, like, the third act, like, when I'm thinking of, like, things I didn't like in the movie, I'm like, oh, that was kind of, like, she had a baby, and it was, like,
she was, like,
screaming, and I was like, this is cool. This is gnarly.
He said this is cool.
But it's like, yo, bro, like, she wasn't even showing. And then it's like, she was, like, 11 months pregnant after, like, 2 seconds. And then it's like, I was like, oh, no, that's a real baby in an alien egg. What the fuck? That's a human baby.
Was like, wow,
I just saw a human baby in the alien egg.
The face did look like the engineers of Prometheus to a degree.
Yeah. Did it?
Those guys.
I thought I just saw a little pale kid.
Those absolute unit bros.
But I do like in the beginning of that movie.
What's the little buddy from the swole buddy from SpongeBob?
They look like handsome Squidward. Like they
there
go
you go.
There, they got the handsome Squidward face.
But like I said, what I did like was from Alien, when Sigourney Weaver shoots the alien out of the lock. That is the alien that ship followed Hence, that's where they got that. That's what they captured.
Yeah, it cocooned in space.
At the very
Yeah,
beginning?
space and all that. Yeah.
At the very beginning.
Yeah, at the very beginning.
Because I was thinking that shit too.
The suit that went flying out.
They showed.
They caught him and he looked more like a.
They dissected that little husk and showed the xenomorph, but then like fake Ash is talking about the xenomorph that's like caught in that hole or whatever. I thought that was the xenomorph from the first movie.
Yeah. Nah, he was using that as an example, right?
He was, yeah, it was because he was an
like,
example.
What are those things?
Because remember, Sigourney Weaver shot like a bow gun arrow thing, and you see it. They show that scene where that shot is in him. So that is the xenomorph.
Yeah, and he came back alive and wreaked havoc. That's what happened.
Yeah.
Great film. Great fucking movies. They're so good as we talk about it. It's like, yes, these movies.
Oh, man. But it's,
I don't know. I wanted to give Romulus the extra half.
Like, what did you give it, Nick? What did you give it?
I gave it a 3. And I was like, 3.5.
The way that third act was unfolded, I was ready to drop it down to a 3.
But I was just the fucking Ian Holm being in the film. I'm like, dude, you have to bill him as being in the movie. You have to. He's in it that much. No. It's like they're not going to. And I'm like,
I meant to look on the credits. I forgot to do that.
Build.
I didn't look. I'm like, that's weird.
Time out. They build. What's his name?
Some fucking buddy else. Probably.
Daniel Betts portrays Rook with the voice and likeness of Ian Holm.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
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 Daniel Betts is 52 years old.
So what happened, Randy?
He's 52 years old.
Oh, the person.
Ian Holm was probably like in his 40s in Alien.
He was in Fury, Allied, and War Machine.
Interesting.
It's like, and like they even did the thing where they were like talking to him. It's like you saw John Hurt like on the TV.
Yeah,
I was like, we about to go through the whole because a lot of those people are dead. Like
Yaphet
Kotto, Harry Dean Stanton. I was like, are we about to go through a whole thing with a bunch of brought back to life dead actors? I can't deal. But we didn't.
Let me see.
That's what happens. That's what happens when it connects, though. That's the thing.
31.
They're trying to connect it.
They're trying to connect it.
Ian Holm was 48.
I didn't mind that. I didn't mind them
48.
Like the ID badges with their pictures of them at that time. I was fine with that. It's like if people
like
try to
that,
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, if they're still alive, it's like, okay, so we got young Harrison Ford, we got younger Sean Young in Blade Runner 2049. It's like, okay, I guess this is fine.
Yeah.
I don't get it. I guess it's fine. But it's like, come on, man.
If we would have gotten another crew
years.
of scientists or soldiers responding to a distress call, would we have called it lame and generic?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
it's been done before.
That is what every Alien movie does.
Basically.
I didn't hate like the whole plot with the kids. I think they could have leaned more into like the poverty element of it. It's like they kind of touched on it a bit. Like,
a bit.
She's about to leave, and the job is like, oh no, you actually have to do this or something like that. I think they could have leaned more into the poverty element. It's like, oh, while we're working our asses off, these like cryopods and all this stuff that's up there could save our lives, and like they're just sitting up there.
That's what
it's like they didn't really lean into it that much. They were just like, we can do it. Let's go.
While it was unfolding, before that like cryo like door locked or whatever the fuck, I was hoping that they were gonna all like make it into cryo sleep, and then when they woke up, holy shit, there's a fucking alien on the ship. Like
be like passengers, but like worse.
Yes.
Holy shit, it's Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's pretty bad.
I wanted them to like wake up after like 6, 7, 9 years, and then have to fucking like not even fully cognizant or whatever, just have to defend themselves.
Yeah, it's a lot to play with. Everybody won.
I saw that trailer like 8 times. There's something in the fucking water.
In the fucking water.
They were showing that trailer a lot. I saw a lot of movies.
Everybody hates the Speak
I did repeatedly get the red band for this multiple times.
Yeah. And it was good. I got excited every time it showed. I was like,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, marketing and promotion for this movie was fire.
And yeah, speaking of it, one thing, sorry if one of y'all mentioned it, we talk about, we like, I don't know the actor's name who played Andy.
David Johnson.
There we go, David. Now, he does something with his performance, it might not. I know it's not going to be obvious to a lot of people, but I'm sure we all caught it when, from the beginning of the movie, it's with his voice, and when he gets the new chip in, his accent changes.
Mm-hmm.
From American to
I didn't catch that.
It changed from American to British and back when he took the chip out.
He started talking.
I didn't catch that. Now I got to go see it again just for that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Check that out again.
Yeah, it starts. He's talking like Timmy from South Park, and then like the rest of the movie, he's talking like Ian Holm. He's kind of like,
he has a posh British accent.
It's just like it was her dad programmed him and all that shit. So I just assume he took on the personality of her dad.
Yeah. Well, I think that part. I think it plays to him just being an older model.
Yeah.
That way.
Like they found him in the dump. He was a little fucked up, and so he talks. He's like,
remember, she kept on saying, "I can fix you. I'm gonna fix you." That that was the whole thing about it.
Yeah.
He had the dad jokes. Like it was pretty great.
That shit was funny.
But I was like, again, like that was something else. Like I was like, okay, we're meeting him. He's like R2-D2. We love him. And then the rest of it is.
Did y'all when like she like is kind of accepting like it's a rap, and she says, "Tell me one of your jokes." Did y'all catch his first joke? Because I didn't hear it.
He said, I do remember it because I had to think about it then for a second. And I was like, oh, that's what he said. He said it was like something about like, I don't understand how cloning works. And the other person said, that makes two of us.
No, there was one before.
What was the one before?
I don't remember it.
The very first one.
Yeah. It was like, I don't remember. I don't remember that. What did he say? Oh, cloning.
Cloning, yeah.
I was like, oh, cloning, it makes two of us. Get away from her.
I like a good dad joke. As long as it doesn't come from Eric, I love a good dad joke.
The very first joke he told, like you heard about the claustrophobic astronaut. Like he needed space.
That's pretty good.
I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. Things aren't bad enough.
These are just as good as my joke.
That's pretty good.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
But yeah, that's funny. But yeah,
that's what I struggled with a little because I'm like, okay, so what is the overall like? Was that not because that's what I was getting? Was like the thing is like the cousin. It's like, why is he being a dick to the robot? There's always somebody being a dick to the robot.
Yeah, and they gave him his reason. Yeah,
this one gave a reason.
I thought it was a good reason.
In Prometheus, what's his name is a dick to David for some reason. What's his name?
Discount Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
Upgrade.
Logan Marshall Green.
Upgrade.
For
Shocker.
some reason, he's like a dick to David, and it's not really explained. He's just
they never do explain.
Hey,
it's like, dude,
David gets his get back though.
And like this one, it explained it. It
Big
was like
have small
it was kind of like iRobot. It was like he made this like executive call and it cost him his family, and it's like fuck.
Yeah, well,
this is like an anti-AI movie.
Yeah, well, Ripley certainly had a good reason.
Yeah,
like
Ripley.
Bishop.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
And then, but as the movie went on, it's like, yes, this is it. Like, fuck AI, we hate it. But then it's like the whole movie, she's like, but I love him. He's my buddy.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I
He's
think
my
we need
brother.
to leave Buddy behind.
So I don't know if y'all caught the callbacks. The one obvious one, get away from her.
Oh yeah. I'm kind of on the fence about that.
I didn't need the you bitch. Get away
Yeah.
from her was kind of hard.
It was like
with him pointing the gun, then the pause. He could have just left it.
But yo,
But
it's
there
Get away from her. I'd have been
it's like the
nice.
tagline.
Yeah.
It's like the in space, no one can hear you.
No one can hear you.
Breathe.
And then it's somebody screaming.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's cool.
Right?
And
You,
there
did,
was a
you didn't need
callback.
the you bitch.
The androids.
Bitch.
I forgot what he called them, but he said I prefer
Synthetic.
artificial being myself.
There you go.
And Bishop, aliens. We always bring the synthetic on board. Like I prefer the term artificial being myself or something like that. But they had a few, and
I'll have to
the last
IMDb
surviving
the trivia.
member of her,
It was a lot. It was a lot.
That's what I'm
Nick
saying.
is
Like,
saying-
reading like people's opinions. I'm like, it was a lot.
every
So,
movie,
like,
every movie in this
was a-
franchise seemingly goes between Earth and wherever they're at. This movie created new planets and all this other shit, and it's just like, I don't know if I love it. I don't know if I dislike it. It's just
But you
it's
got to think
new.
about it like this. It's going to be, if you just said it yourself and think about it this way, like with them all these different planets are being discovered and inhabited, they're gonna have to be mining and stuff like that. So that kind of makes sense.
It's like October Sky with alien monsters.
Yeah.
But let's go back to I guess Prometheus and Alien Covenant.
Yes.
Which performance in which movie do you think Michael Fassbender gives the better performance, the best performance? They're both good. Because I'm asking for a reason.
Covenant?
I said Covenant.
He's giving two different performances.
I think Covenant, because he played two...
And then the swerve of him trying to take over their whole operation was so good.
Now, let me ask you this. I agree. I say Covenant,
7.
even though I'm not the biggest fan of the movie. I liked it, not the biggest fan. But
you rank
there's a segue in here, related thing.
5th out of 9 movies.
Michael Fassbender, his performance in that, good enough for supporting actor Oscar nomination.
What else was nominated for the year?
Yeah, that's just in general. That's a good. I'm gonna look that up.
I think Fassbender is one of those dudes who, no matter what he's in, is always worthy of nomination.
Oh, yeah, that's
Jonah
fair.
Hex for sure. Jonah Hex.
I just think
he's Assassin's Creed for sure.
Oh, that's fucked up.
300 for sure. He was great. 300.
I think
good point. Dude.
What a dick.
I think Fassbender's a fantastic actor.
He really is great.
His projects aren't the best, and some of the stuff that
Isabella Merced.
The writing,
like the ones,
the writing is terrible, and you can only do it. I don't care how good of an actor you are. You can only do so much with the writing, the lines. I mean,
if the material sucks, that's what Assassin's Creed and Jonah Hex and all that was.
Yeah, that's not on him.
Hex, baby.
So I'm speaking of that because of so the same actor in the movie playing multiple characters. The Academy tends to have something against that. I think the only person to get nominated in a movie for playing multiple characters is Peter Sellers and Dr. Strangelove. And I think that's it. But like, look at, and I'm working my way back to an actual thing that happened. Like, Eddie Murphy was doing an interview and they were asking about Dreamgirls. Like, wow, that scene where you got mad when they didn't want to use your song, that was amazing. He like, yeah, but did you see the shit when I was at the dinner table playing 8 different people?
Nick forgot to mention the snowman.
Like, was James McAvoy even nominated for Split?
No, that's
not
for
shit. That's crazy.
That's a January release. He was fucked from the go.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's the fault of a release date.
And that's true too. And also, it's the bias against what they call genre movies.
Oh yeah.
But so I said all that to say this because this is a huge rarity that happened in Aliens. With the genre, the type of movie it was, is Sigourney Weaver got nominated for Best Actress for an Oscar.
Word.
Yeah.
Yeah, indeed.
That's the 1986 factor. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that.
Nah, it's still rare. It's like probably the only.
Yeah.
And it's still crazy to look back at that list and see her name for Best Actress, Aliens. And it's a hell of a performance that deserved it.
Oh yeah.
And there's probably actresses like who else was nominated against her? It's like probably
I don't remember who won.
I'm trying to.
Streep for Crossing the Bridge, and it's like they were probably looking and Sigourney Weaver for Aliens. They were probably like,
the bridge.
Fuck you. Crossing the Bridge. Lunch with Grandpa, and it's like
over the mountain during daytime, some shit like that. It's always something like that.
No,
they love them Oscar baity ass movies.
1987 Academy Awards.
No, you're checking it out.
That had to have been like the 2 Leslie.
I bet it's something like Diane Lane or Jessica Lange or some actress like that.
No, falling on theaters.
Marlee Matlin won for Children of a Lesser God.
Children of a Lesser God is a perfect example.
That's a perfect title.
You know she was pissed. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
Jane Fonda, Sissy Spacek, Kathleen Turner, and Sigourney Weaver were the other nominees.
Bro. Children of a Lesser. That is such a perfect example to prove my point. Like,
the
winner was Marlee Matlin for Children of a Lesser God. She's like, I'm going to take all of my fellow nominees.
Oh, yeah.
Who worked as hard as I did, for sure.
Well, hey, Chicago love, baby. Marlee Matlin, she won.
I love Marlee Matlin. She deserved the Oscar, obviously. Jesus Christ, children of a lesser god,
Jesus.
alien. But it's like even that, it's like it sounds so funny. It's like she was great in Aliens.
But I
All
think
this is great as Marley Matlin.
Best score lost
Children
too.
of a lesser god.
James Horner lost best score to Round Midnight from Herbie Hancock.
And what the never
sound
Herbie
effects, sound
It's
editing
Herbie.
one
I
though.
haven't heard that name in a long time.
Wow, Herbie Hancock.
John Hancock. It's Herbie Hancock.
It's Herbie.
It's Herbie. I forgot he won an Oscar, but
Alien-
it definitely
Aliens-
won Best Visual Effects and Best Sound or something.
Well,
I think.
Yeah, Aliens got 2 Oscars.
But and let me tell you something else.
It was nominated for 7.
To go against some discourse. People talking about the 4K transfer of Aliens and like all those James Cameron. I watched this. It was my first time watching the 4K. Like since
I liked it.
It looked fucking incredible to me.
I like it.
I was
Fucking
like,
incredible.
wow.
Yeah.
I like
Out
it.
of those 3,
Aliens is the best one, I think. Abyss is pretty damn good too.
Word.
Abyss is pretty damn good.
Amazing. Like,
True Lies.
Can't wait to
I
watch
was like,
True
some
Lies.
people-
Yeah, no, True Lies. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, if you are like if you're like a filmophile, you like grain and you like a filmatic looking movie, True Lies is gonna disappoint you.
That's what I was like, you can't be mad.
Yeah,
That, like you want
Still,
to like
it's good
these
to me.
filmmakers want to make these movies pop and like look new. I'm like, this is like 30, almost pushing 40-year-old movie,
yeah.
and it looked new. Like I was watching, I was like, that looks like
It's the
Paul
best.
Reiser is existing right now, and he looked about 40 years younger than he looks now.
True enough, the Alien was a great. Aliens, I'm sorry, was great. But True Lies, don't get me wrong. True Lies is the best it will ever look. If you only seen it on the grainy DVD or the VHS, it is the best it's ever gonna look on that 4K.
The funny thing about this, Eric, you hit it right on the head just there. It's like all these people complaining about James Cameron's, conversion into 4K. Oh, this looks terrible. This looks like scrubby, or the characters look like waxy. At the end of the day, this format of whatever movie will always be the best it's ever gonna look. So what the fuck are you complaining about?
I was saying, like, maybe
it just
like
makes
a
no
little
sense.
bit of that.
This may be the first episode that Rocket has ever edited an F-bomb and let one fly.
And right. It's like his
It takes 4K to get the cursing out of Rocket.
What the fuck?
Almost draft, but yeah.
But I just, Alien.
Oh, yeah. Rocket, you got 10 minutes.
Yep, I gotta go.
He's gotta go. He said fuck.
Yeah.
But no, but back to the thing.
Unless you got your phone.
But believe it or not, y'all, Alien 3 got nominated for Best Visual Effects.
Bullshit.
Look at that.
Hey, man.
Good.
Remember,
I like Alien 3. Like, I'm watching it.
I do
this
too.
is kind of creepy.
You can say
I
Alien
like
3.
the closed space.
Remember, Suicide
There's
Squad
tension.
got won an Oscar.
It won an
So-
Oscar.
I was like, Suicide Squad won one. And
But
the
still-
Suicide Squad did not.
Makes no sense.
It's a weird world.
It's finicky.
Marley Matlin
That's a
versus Sigourney Weaver. Like, it's weird. The Oscars are weird all the time.
Yes.
Just
So-
as-
Like David
And-
Fincher,
and-
it's like,
It's called Alien Cubed, just for the record.
Alien.
No.
Alien 3.
Has there ever been any explanation as to why they did it, or was it just for the look of having the 3 in the top
Edgy
corner?
90s chic.
I guess.
Just being, and they did the same thing with the opening logo that they did for Alien 3, which was like oh, Rocket bounced.
He just dipped out. He didn't say shit. He just dipped out.
He said, fuck.
But he's still there.
Oh, God.
So what's to happen?
I mean, it's like, I was trying to see if I could flip it or not.
Oh, you was trying to test it.
Yeah.
I mean, if we can still hear you, like, you can still participate while you draft.
But I need the iPad to draft. That's the thing.
Right. He had to go out of it. Randy said, "The hell with YouTube. Just gotta hear it."
I try to tell you off wax.
So,
But and David Fincher, like, for him to like hate Alien 3 the way he hates Alien 3, to be like, I disown it. Nobody hates it more than I do. It's always like worse in my head, and then I watch it, and I'm like, this.
Yeah.
If this
It's
is
just-
his worst,
He hates the experience. I don't know if he hates the final
Yeah,
product.
It's more so the experience because they tried to screw him. They tried to throw
Because
him
it's
in the
like,
book.
He hasn't put out a bad movie ever.
I'm like, so many studio hack jobs that you watch. Suicide Squad. That's one that we just talked about. It's like, that is one of the famous.
The newest one. The newest one.
And I'm like, Alien 3? Borderlands. Yeah.
Borderlands.
I mean, has Eli Roth come out and said that Lionsgate butchered his vision?
It's only been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But we know they have. He had his cut ready. He had
promoting that.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying all this time. Mr. Social Media himself. Eli Roth had his cut ready in 2021. When did the movie get released?
Last week.
It's been sitting on the shelf.
So you know that he reshot a whole bunch of stuff and restructured it.
I didn't know all that.
And the movie was done.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, they went the safe route. Hey, and they did the same thing they did with Suicide Squad. I'm like, these stupid executives, man. They turned it into a bootleg ass.
Hey, but like, I'm always that guy that gets surprised by the most obvious shit. And here's the. It's been an hour and 8 minutes, and this is the first time we're really getting off topic. Yeah. I did not see that third act reveal coming. As much as everybody else probably did, that Borderlands reveal caught me by surprise.
The reveal, what? The end credits? That reveal?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, claptrap in the credits.
I was like,
filming began April 1st, 2021. Wow.
But even then, yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
Wow.
I'll say this.
When the video game was still kind of relevant.
Jimmy O.D., the stunt coordinator of the film, stated that scenes depicting heads being blown up and feet being cut off were cut to maintain the PG-13.
Ooh,
wow.
So what's up, Sean?
Before I bounce out, though, I agree with Eric. It's like, Randy, you're a director. You've won awards. You've been, been nominated.
Respect
I'm going to hire you for my studio to do a movie. And then when you have the movie done, now I'm gonna critique it and like cut half of it.
Yeah.
These studios need to learn. You're spending a budget of X amount of millions of dollars. You are hiring this talent, and you hired this director for a reason. You hired them for a reason. Let them make their movie.
Let them work.
Now,
remember,
the director is gonna cut things out to make the movie flow better. He's already doing that.
Maybe
that's what he has an editor. But by this constant studio interference, the studio is now fucking themselves over.
Yeah.
And then blaming it, and then who takes the heat? It's like in sports. A coach or whatever could only do so much. The players have to execute, and if the execution ain't there, you can't fire the whole team. You get rid of the head coach or the manager.
Yeah.
Studios need to let directors. You hired this director for a reason.
Look,
they came aboard to do the project. You paid them. Let them do what they do.
Check it out, though. Yeah. Disney, Warner Brothers, Universal, Paramount, Lionsgate. I'm not signing on to direct y'all shit unless I get final cut.
Yeah, or some type of cut that comes out. But turning around.
Final cut.
Speaking of that, I'm speaking to this.
My cut is going into the theater.
One of them, we were talking about the alternate cut to the Alien movies. So the only reason we have the special edition of Aliens is because of Sigourney Weaver.
God bless her.
And she championed it. She did something. I forgot exactly what it was, but it was first released on Laserdisc back in the early '90s. Because
only y'all two know what that is.
It's the only version of the movie. According to Sigourney Weaver, it's her definitive version because she thinks they cut out a part of the theatrical when she found out her daughter died while she was in cryo sleep. And she thinks that strengthens her relationship with Newt, which it does. Her as the mother figure because she
that's good.
Missed the life of her daughter.
She was fucking floating back to Earth for 40 fucking years.
Yeah, but going back to that was a off track segue for a reason. All
right, guys, I'm out.
All right, peace. Don't forget to draft Caleb.
Oh yeah, I will.
On my bench.
On a bench down.
Dead ass.
Hey, right.
If I can pull like a Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, I'll put Caleb Williams on my bench. If they ain't got the same bye week.
Yeah, but no, that's what else is there?
Have we ever unburied the pubic hair cut of Alien?
Let's do it.
I can't believe
somewhere.
Is that really true?
Wait, the
I've always
Alien?
read that it was true.
The original?
I'd like to see it. It's like the Monique.
Just
I'd like to see it. I'd watch it.
Bush was just bushing in 1979.
That's true.
Yeah, in 1979, 8, or like whenever they were making it. So you should go through it digitally.
I mean, they would have to do rotoscoping back in the day, which is hand by hand.
Yeah, great job.
That's hilarious.
Whatever I just watched last week, I didn't recognize anything.
Yeah,
that's immaculate work.
Right.
Best makeup or whatever would have been at the Oscars. Best visual effects. Best visual effects. The pubic cut.
So we mentioned, what was it? AP Requiem came out Christmas. That's the one, right?
Yeah.
Christmas Day.
And Resurrection, I remember this which is funny because my cousin from Texas came up to visit Chicago and they drove up for Thanksgiving, and we went to go see Resurrection, which came out that Thanksgiving weekend.
I was about to say, like, within 7 days of Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Oh.
And it was better. Like, we're going to act like it wasn't better than Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
Okay.
It was better than that.
Yeah, 97. I got to take a look at that.
I'm saying that was a dog shit year in film.
It's just, they're coming out right, and then Titanic comes out a few weeks later.
Tomorrow Never Dies and Scream 2 just saved the whole year.
Like, Anastasia opened the same day as Mortal Kombat Annihilation. I think of that a lot. It's like, why did that happen?
I gave them both a 1.
God, dog.
I gave them both a 1 out of 5.
Resurrection. It's better than a 1.
Crazy. Yeah, it's better. Come on, Randy. You got better than
hold on, we ain't getting on me for my ratings when this motherfucker hasn't given a 5 since 2018.
And even that, I'm like,
well, no, it's so that he gave the what's the name? Well, that's not a feature film, but the Taylor Swift concert.
That doesn't count.
I'd give it a fucking 10 if it let me.
He'd give that shit a 10 out of 5.
I'm like, my biggest complaint about that was like it was too short.
That it ended,
and then I
right?
found out that they actually cut it. And I was like, oh shit, there's more to it.
Really?
8 out of 10.
Is that your most watched movie on Disney Plus?
Yeah, there was some bangers in '97.
Okay,
Austin Space. That was 98. That was 98.
Well, a few. Just a few.
We had,
when we got Batman and Robin, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and Alien Resurrection, that is a down year for film.
It ain't the best.
Not when you're 7 years old watching the shit.
I was 11, homie.
I was 7 watching Batman and Robin.
Go ahead, Randy, and throw Speed 2 in there.
I was about to say, and Speed 2, and Turbo, a Power Rangers movie.
Oh, goodness.
I saw
that theater, Speed 2.
Hey,
oh, man. I thought that was
bro,
the best movie.
We got Men in Black, the first Austin Powers, Scream 2, Face Off, Jackie Brown, Liar Liar, The Fifth Element, Copland, Tomorrow Never Dies. 97 had some shit.
Let me ask you,
Titanic, as good as it gets, Good Will Hunting.
Titanic.
Good Will Hunting.
Fucks hard.
Good Will Hunting.
But the lows are very impotent, though.
Yeah, the lows are real low.
Real low.
They did on the mic.
Like Flow Rider, like shout to get low, low.
Alien Resurrection wasn't a low, and then I just get off the mic and throw it.
It was very
Resurrection was a high.
Eat shit, Fox. I'm going to Disneyland.
Who's the dude, the CSI guy? Gary.
Sinise.
Yeah, no.
The dude
the guy
playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Oh, you talking about from CSI, the black guy?
Yeah.
With the dreads?
Something.
But yeah,
Gary Durden. Is it Gary Durden?
Yeah, Gary Durden.
Yeah.
Like him, and it's like
Gary Durden.
It's like he's like a cowboy. Like Ron Perlman's just a dick for no reason. Like he's a dick, and it's just like there's something about it. Like I'm like, they leaned into the silliness in this, and it's like
that's what I'm saying. The tone is, but it's
entertaining me. I don't know. It's not working, but I'm.
There's
laughing.
A line my brother makes fun of. Like he'll say it randomly. There's a line from Alien Resurrection.
Let's have your brother on next episode.
But for Alien Resurrection, you're like, who do you expect? Santa Claus?
Santa Claus.
In 2378, we're still talking about Santa Claus.
That's what's just like, expect Santa Claus. Like,
yeah, we playing basketball.
No,
We
just
still
not you. I thought
Who's
you were
really
dead.
hooping in the 22nd century?
old school basketball.
Ripley.
That's
Whatever
it.
her name was.
Ripley's clone, Ripley 8.
Ripley cubed.
Yeah.
So that actor who's
Sigourney
he's
Weaver.
French, the wheelchair dude.
Yeah.
That casting is not a coincidence. He's in every movie that John Pinot has made. The director of Alien Resurrection. I forget his name.
Did he direct any movie after Alien
He
Resurrection?
directed Amelie.
Oh yeah, Amelie. He came back. That was his big hit.
That's looking
That's
like
the same.
Cap.
An actual film.
He said that's what-
He went from Alien to Children of a Lesser God. He did the thing. Like,
Yeah.
I want to direct films.
He went.
He
and
did
I
the
wonder
thing.
movies.
Whoa.
Yeah, he was, I want to direct cinema.
Yeah, he got his Hollywood experience. That's basically what he said. The reason
And
he
he
did
crushed it.
it.
And
Nick,
he's like, I want to direct real art. And
Nick,
I'd be
you
like,
shut
my
your
friend,
whore mouth.
You already have. You already have.
It's like, dog, like
You already have.
every movie, every Aliens, Alien 3 gives you the build up, and then there's the xenomorph. There's just like 9 fucking xenomorphs just contained and getting fucking harassed by Brad Dourif, and it's dumb.
This is dumb.
They're doing like weird little experiments. And it's like the only time where you kind of feel bad for it. It's like, oh, look at this piece of shit. Frankenstein, human, xenomorph. And he's like, oh, I kind of feel bad for him.
I'm coming to a realization.
And then he dies.
So your boy had a lot to say about it too. Well, he has a lot to say with how people. I guess that's why he started directing his own movies. Josh Whedon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, they said my line's wrong," because he had nothing to do with the whatever the heck the thing was.
Sigourney Weaver wouldn't let me harass her.
That's it. Yeah, the beacon of integrity. Joss Whedon didn't like how his Alien movie turned out.
But did Alien Earth takes place before Prometheus?
It's supposed to be before everything.
But not before Alien vs. Predator.
But that's what I'm talking about. Prometheus establishes the first xenomorph, so how are we going to get a xenomorph in the show?
Somebody's fucking something. One of those those bald guys are going to do something, and we're going to have a baby. Xenomorph. Because, like, that's the thing. Like, there's Prometheus, it's like, it's almost like they added, like, the Marvel credit scene. Like, it was like, we gotta add something.
Yeah, that's true.
It's almost like Ridley Scott was like, I really don't want to. And it was just like, it's gotta be something. It's gotta kind of resemble a Xenomorph.
That's what I don't like about Prometheus and Alien Covenant. Had, like, all these, like, new creatures and shit. That's the one thing I can give Romulus credit for. They stuck to the facehuggers and the Xenomorphs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But even like Covenant, like, I don't know, like Covenant just leaned into it more. And it's like, I feel like something I've read is like people kind of found it reductive after Prometheus to lean so hard into like the alienness of it all. Like to me, it worked. Is like when Billy Crudup, you know, the thing comes out of his chest and David's just watching it, and it like it comes out, it like stands up.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it's a thing like with the hat.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like that. Like I was like, this is great. This is so bizarre.
Like the fucking Kids WB frog.
Yeah, it comes out. It's in it. Like it stands up, and it's like I've never seen one do that before. And he's just like, I'm here.
Yeah.
And, like, we have aliens. We have xenomorphs. That's what he's doing. He's farming them.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's so weird. It's such an odd thing. They're like the fucking people get there. He's like, this is wheat. Somebody's growing wheat. I know wheat. And it's just like, did he plant the wheat? Like, I just think it's funny. Like, did the robot, like, did he plant it for him?
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like he needs it to fucking survive.
I don't know. Like, he planted wheat. He's like, I can probably do other things. I'm going to go kill my human companion and experiment on her and farm alien embryos.
There were
It's great. It's a great movie.
there were memes that came out about that because social media was just getting into a social media-ness. When they played the flute, he's like, what did he say? Like, I'll do the fingering.
I'll do the fingering.
Like, you blow, I'll do the fingering.
Hard
That's one
pause.
of the prime things you talk about. People, like, when they lock into it, it's like, you hold, I'll do the fingering. I'm like...
Right,
yes.
like, oh.
Wait, what?
What? Yes. Two fast benders?
Fingering hard?
Like Covenant just
really
got me
right,
this time. Like, I was like, this is so weird. This is just as weird as Prometheus, and I feel like it doesn't get the credit as being as audacious because there's so much alien stuff in it.
There was one of those.
They went back to the greatest hits, and I was like, no, you really didn't. It's so strange.
In that time, when I was like watching like multiple YouTube reviewers, like the end of 2017 came around and somebody had Alien Covenant as their worst movie of the year. It blew my mind.
No way does that happen.
Right?
There's no way.
That's just silly. That's silly.
hate.
I look at it. Yeah. And what was Prometheus? The big thing about Prometheus, Charlize Theron running in a straight line.
Tom Cruise can do it.
Like, just go a little to the side.
Oh, bro. That shit
This is great.
My thing about Prometheus is how hard Ridley tried to play like it wasn't connected. Like Fede Alvarez was doing.
Yeah. It is.
I remember, because those Prometheus, like, I remember those trailers, like, didn't hint at anything. It just looked like from visionary director.
Yeah.
The director of Blade Runner and Gladiator. Comes
But
the
the
new
thing
vision
is,
of whatever. And it was like, this
so
looks
who
great.
really pushed that was he wrote the version of the script that would get filmed after because they hired one actor. I'll send you the video where they talk about it. It's interesting. So David Lindelof. So he's best known for Lost. And he's the one that came along and took away most of the familiar alien lore from Prometheus.
Yeah.
And they were trying to lean, somebody described it perfectly. They said they were trying to go kind of in the opposite direction, but to get to a familiar place. That's something the way they said. So yeah, Damon Lindelof. I'm sorry, not David.
I didn't want to correct you. I knew what you meant.
David.
Like David. I'm thinking of the android.
Damon.
But yeah. Damon Lindelof.
Might even be Damien, but go off.
I remember seeing, we went and saw Prometheus at midnight back when that was a thing.
Yeah.
And I had enough friends back then. We had a whole group meet up at the theater. We filled an entire row at the theater. We filled a whole row. And I remember we were all like we walked out at the end and we were all like,
oh, y'all gonna love this.
Okay.
Like, we were just like, wow, and it's grown on me more over time. I think at the time I was kind of like, that was cool. And now I'm like, no, Prometheus fucks. Yeah. I just think I like Covenant more. It's weird. I didn't think that was the case. I think I like Covenant more than Prometheus. I gave it a higher rating than I did.
Yeah.
Juicy Smollett. Juicy Smollett.
Juicy Smollett.
Yo, you really dug up that Dave
Chappelle from France.
Talk
French
about
actor.
French actor Juicy Smollett.
How? Why?
But bro,
he woke up that.
I feel like
he woke up that morning. I'm gonna do. You know what? There's not enough going on in the world.
Bruh, if we're
I'm gonna
talking
stage
about
this racial.
If we're talking about this, this has been like 5 years now. I was so pro Jussie Smollett in that thing. I was on his side like until even through it all when it backfired on him and they were like, well, he's actually been under arrest. I was like, no fucking way. This is a miscarriage of justice. This is injustice. I was like because it didn't make any sense. Yeah. I was like, what they're saying happened makes so much less sense than what he's saying happened. But apparently it happened that way. No. It sounds like something that I would say. And I was like, I feel like it sounds ridiculous.
I feel like doing Covenant, fucking like Danny McBride leaned over to Ridley like, hey, let's get my homie James. Let's put him at the beginning of the movie. Yeah. He can be a rock climber.
Yeah, that can't be a coincidence.
Right?
James Franco didn't suck any dick last night. Now I know you're I know James Franco is right now.
He hasn't been able to fondle any actresses lately.
Oh man,
fucking Franco. That was the year Franco got Me Too.
Yeah,
so I always thought it was kind of funny. It was like, oh, he got charred to a crisp immediately in that movie.
Disaster Artist was like the very end of that year, right?
Wow.
Yeah, because he did like the Disaster Artist that year. That wasn't even Ridley Scott's only movie that year. If you recall, he did.
He did the movie where he had to reshoot half of that motherfucker.
Because he had to,
which is
like
nuts.
He killed James Franco in the one movie and recast Kevin Spacey.
Ridley did two movies. Ridley did 2 movies with 2 Me Tooers in 2017.
Yeah. God, dog. Talk about the ultimate FU.
Hold on.
The ultimate.
We got 3 minutes before I either got to save and keep going or save and wrap it up. What y'all want to do? We still got conversation in the can?
I guess so. We went all over the place, but
can you remember what you about to say?
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Okay, then I'm gonna save right now. Eric, you said you were gonna remember. Now spit that shit out.
About what?
You know exactly what. Don't play me.
No, the last thing we were talking about, we were talking about All the Money in the World, Ridley Scott. They had to replace a certain actor.
His name is Kevin Spacey.
They had to replace Kaiser Sose, and the hell with y'all if y'all don't know that spoiler. But anyway.
Facts.
No, imagine, I was saying the ultimate FU is being replaced, and your replacement gets nominated for an Oscar for that same role.
Deservedly so. That's what I was a Christopher Plummer.
Oh, that's hilarious.
God damn.
No, that's all I had to say on that. But so
good as hell too, and like he looked more like J. Paul Getty. Like it was like, why would I want to watch Kevin Spacey in a bunch of makeup when I could watch like an old guy?
Right, actual age appropriate.
Yeah.
The actor from The Sound of Music, where I can watch Kevin Spacey. I'm like, okay, I'm good actually.
I did my little Ridley Scott run a couple years ago. That was a good movie.
I really want to have time between now and November to do one, but I really want to do like there's some.
You're not doing a
couple.
I started my Tim Burton binge today. You not doing Tim Burton?
I've already done Tim Burton. I might do a couple like just refresher watches, but I'm pretty solid on my Tim Burton list.
And Eric, I'm assuming that you saw Pee-wee's Big Adventure when it came out?
No. Pee-wee's 86, right? That's the
85, but go off.
It's 85?
It's 85?
No, it's 86, brother.
It's 85, brother.
Oh, I bet your money on this one.
Hey, I'll send my cash out to the group chat. What's up?
Pee-wee's.
Hold on. On Wax Wager, how much we talking?
Let's see. Pee-wee Herman. When did that come out?
Nah, good. I need a dollar amount.
Dollar amount. No, I was younger. No, you seem a little too confident.
Nick, am I right?
No. So 85.
85?
Nah, I'd have been 4. I'm too young.
So, okay, then I need your... Because I'm watching this, and I'm laughing. Like, it's goofy as fuck. I watched it for the very first time today. And then I look at y'all ratings. Yes, for the first time today. So I need to know, what is the criteria? What boxes did it check for you to give this motherfucker a 5?
To me?
You, because we know Nick doesn't give 5s.
I give 4. Great movie.
So from what you said, a childhood thing. Watching it, there's a point of view of seeing this from childhood. Then rewatching it plenty times as an adult, you see all of the innuendos, all the hit. They're in there. They're not heavy, but I think it's the quintessential one of them. There's a lot you can say. Danny Elfman, that score. And there's a reason for a lot of years.
Danny Elfman been cooking for 40 straight years.
Yeah, and there's a reason why people for a lot of years thought Paul Reubens was Pee-wee Herman.
He's billed as Pee-wee Herman.
Yeah, he's not even Paul Reubens, but he's Pee-wee Herman. But I think the movie's hilarious. It's
very funny.
Like him being the man-child. You got, what's her name? Tommy Pickles. Is it E.G. Daily?
E.G. Daily.
She's throwing himself at her, and
He knows though, because there was that one time, the connection's breaking up.
Yeah, and stuff like that, and just every little the subtle funny parts. Yeah, like
Marge.
And the scene. Now you only saw it as an adult, but imagine children watching that scene, and they kind of look like this.
Yep.
Yeah. Those fucking those Tim Burton staples of the fucking claymation effects and shit.
The claymation, right? And, I think it's the perfect movie for what it was trying to be.
Oh yeah.
And I really do. And you know who co-wrote the movie with him?
Phil Hartman.
He's in the movie at the end. He's one of the reporters.
Yeah.
And it's just so much about that movie. That's
the stupid motherfucker who let the leprechaun loose.
And somebody did a meme about that. They like, y'all think Pee Wee Herman was soft, but he was gangster. He rolled up in dude's house and tried to drown him.
He did. Bro, he shook the shit out of Odd Job, dog.
Yeah. It's just an insane movie. It's so insane.
Very odd.
It's like Tim Burton. It doesn't matter. Like Tim Burton movies, you can always tell. Like Michael Mann, Tim Burton. There's plenty of others. Their movies just have this fucking aesthetic that you can just tell off rip. Okay, that's who directed this.
And it's funny. What's that?
I think to loop back and hone in. I think Alien 3. It's like you see the vibes. It's like this
Fincher.
Is Fincher. As much as he was like, they shat on my product and stepped on my toes, and it's like it still shines through. It's like, yeah, the guy that made Panic Room did this.
If he was so pissed off though, if he would, and see, I want to know, like that's why I asked y'all the other day. Did Fox have like the rights to adapt Fight Club, or did Fincher take Fight Club to Fox? Because if he was that mad, why the fuck would he ever work with Fox again?
Yeah. Well, like we mentioned, the regime that was there when he did Alien 3 was long gone. Like, there was 1, 2, 3 different presidents of Fox.
And just like Warner Brothers, it seems like every fucking regime of a studio head always fucks up some kind of franchise.
Yeah, they seem to be doing worse than the last. But I think
did Fight Club. It's like Fight Club wasn't marketed. Yeah. It made like $7. Critics hated it.
Twitter, Twitter. I need to tell Twitter right now. AlienRomulus is not a fucking cult classic. Some shit that come out today is not a fucking cult classic. Fight Club is a fucking cult classic.
Fight Club is because the thing with Fight Club, and I remember it because the marketing was so. I knew who Brad Pitt was. I was 17 in like that.
I was 13, my G.
Don't say it, Nick.
9, and
I was 9.
And thinking, poster looks like shit, man. I was like, what the fuck is the movie even about? I can remember my cousin like, it's better than you'd think it would be. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure kicks ass. And then I probably watched it when I was like 12, and I was like,
years later, right?
Same
way I did.
Yes.
Yeah, because think about it. Y'all seen the movie. Have you seen it? You've seen the movie, right?
Are you serious right now?
I mean, hey, it's something you haven't seen that you should have seen. I forgot what it was.
What?
I'm just checking. But,
of course I've seen Fight Club.
Hey, you just saw Pee Wee Herman for the first time.
Bro, it's Pee Wee Herman.
Yes, a national treasure.
Why would I want to watch the dude who jerked off in a movie theater?
Well, you're not watching Terror. You're watching Pee Wee. No, but speaking of Fight Club,
I think that'll be my only first time watching a Tim Burton movie this year, though.
Oh wow! But no, Fight Club was just a really. It was look at the movie. I see why they had a hard time marketing it. They made it seem like it was much deeper than the marketing campaign was. It made it seem like something it totally wasn't. I didn't even see it in theaters. I wasn't interested in it. It was 99 is 99, so y'all know how much we were at the movies.
You were
just
movies. Legal too.
Yeah, I would have been not carded. Well, I would have been carded.
You still would have got carded for sure.
Yeah, but no, going back to and what's funny about what you say about that is true. That Tim Burton aesthetic,
Mischief,
Pee Wee
Mayhem,
Herman
Soap.
But yeah, Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure was like one of the only movies that was bright and vibrant for a long time.
Yeah.
And he would just go dark.
Yeah. With his next effort.
Yeah, and the few after that would just be gothic and dark. The next, like, still weird, but like bright movie he would do would probably
Mars
be
Attacks.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right?
Mars Attacks?
Mars
Attacks.
Yeah. But other than that, he was just gothic for like
Charlie is still super weird.
Yeah, it is. It's extremely weird.
I like Big Fish.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be a first time watch. I retried. I've never watched Big Fish. I apologize.
Oh,
Really?
Big Fish is great. Big Fish. Like, Big Fish is great.
I hope. I mean, like my top 3 are kind of locked in. Like Batman Returns, Beetlejuice. Like those are my top 3 Tim Burton. We'll see.
Michael Keaton, and Tim Burton.
Yeah.
Mike and Tim 3 times.
Sorry, Dumbo's not number 4.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna get the rewatch though.
Edward Scissorhands got the bright and flashy and the dark.
Right at the top of the mountain.
Baroque, and it's mashing together. And it's like, I always liked that as a kid. The same with Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like, I like the clashing of the cultures that's like, these don't fit at all, and we're making it.
Edward Scissorhands toes the line. It isn't fully dark.
Yeah. But that's the purpose because of the contrast between the two, like Nick was saying.
It's great.
Beetlejuice is that. Like, you had this down-home all-American chipper couple, and they die, and they're living in the perfect little house, and then Catherine O'Hara moves in with all her fucking weird daughter and her weird sculptures, and that's what they're of cultures.
Yes.
And they're sprung into the...
Now, let me ask y'all this. Have y'all seen, I think there's only stills of it, pictures of it. So before Michael Keaton was cast, they did the snake sequence. When her hand came and it turned into the snake, they had the snake creature when they attacked them. It was a different design because Michael Keaton wasn't cast, and they didn't design the likeness after him, how he would look.
L.
What doing this?
Actually, Edward Scissorhands is my 4.
Yeah, like, we come for your daughter, Chuck.
Chuck. I wonder if we're gonna get the F-bomb. Is he gonna give us one F-bomb again?
What is PG-13, isn't it?
The Beetlejuice might be PG.
And they said fuck all throughout that.
I mean, the second one. The new one, rather.
PG-13?
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah, because Beetlejuice 1 was definitely PG, and they dropped the F-bomb.
He said fuck and grabbed his penis.
Yeah, and I did that for my parents and got in trouble.
Hey, but I did something similar though. Like, I'm watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at like 4 years old, and I'm reciting that shit line for line. As soon as Raphael says "damn," my aunt stormed out of her back room. Said, "What'd you say?" And I was hiding. I was hiding like a 4-year-old little bitch.
I got trouble. I went to daycare. It was a Catholic church.
You did yours in public. You win.
Oh no.
So it wasn't really churchy. Like, we did morning prayer and afternoon prayer, but other than that, we didn't do anything really weird. But like, I got in trouble for being cornholio.
Oh wow!
I can picture there was surveillance footage of me walking down the fucking hallway with my shirt over my head, and I was like 7, and I was like, oh.
Right after Beavis and Butthead Do America came out, I like it.
They were like, we can't have this happening here. And it was like...
It's fucking heathen.
Like, I was just like... But yeah, we all have like the things. I remember watching The Sandlot at the daycare. We used to watch movies. I watched The Sandlot, and Father George, he like ran... He was like in charge of everything, but he was also like the priest of the church. And he came walking in right when the kid went, oh, shit. And he was like, no, turn this off, no. And we were like... This is The Sandlot.
Damn.
Like,
I just spoiled some Beetlejuice.
You did what?
I'm on Wikipedia and they're just giving character descriptions. Like, that shit is kind of important. Hopefully I'll forget. Huh?
For the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, nope.
Hopefully, I'll forget that within 2 weeks.
Oh damn.
Certain things just from watching the trailer, but that's all I know.
That fucking dude, that spill your guts scene in the trailer, that shit is great.
Almost as Alien.
Oh, is that what we were talking about?
Right, we went to
15 minutes of non-alien talk.
We just kept going, you know the great thing about Beetlejuice? I was like, just like Alien, sort of?
Yeah. I just read that Helen Mirren auditioned for Ripley.
I wouldn't doubt that.
How different would that have been?
Yeah.
Been hot. We'd have had hot Ripley.
Facts.
We
still did have hot Ripley. Like, Sigourney Weaver is like underratedly attractive.
That's the weird. It's so odd in each one. It's like, this is doing it for me. And then you get to the one with the male prison, and she shaves her head to look like a boy, and I'm like, I'm still locked in here. I'm like, she's doing it for me. I don't know about the other guys, but it's still working.
So, any of y'all buying the Reebok, the AlienRomulus Reeboks? They had
I'm looking at those, and I was like, these are like, they're dirty, like they look like aesthetically dirty, and I don't like that.
No, you don't want to be dirty, man. Why clean your damn shit?
No. I'll buy the Blu-ray in November. That's all I need.
I'd have been like, my stompers. Yeah, I took perfect care of them. My Kaylee's limited edition Reebok Alien Stompers, they're supposed to look like this. And somebody would be like, okay, old guy. And I'd be like, okay.
Old guy, bro. You're 32. Chill out.
You don't get it. I'm 34.
Yeah. It's only 160.
I'm the
160 for some Romulus Reeboks? Ew.
The limited edition Reebok Alien Stompers? I didn't even buy a dick-shaped popcorn holder.
Let me get a look at these warlocks.
They had the dick-shaped popcorn bucket.
Did you buy that?
One that looked like the thing. It was like it glowed. It was like the thing that the trap or whatever. We had a couple different cups, and then also like a 10, and then they also had t-shirts.
Was Callie Spaney wearing these?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they had the shot when she coming down the stairs.
I was about to say, like, I saw these. I was like, man, look at there was a split second I'm watching the movie, like, damn, she got some kicks on.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, you look like you could afford a little bit of something. Like, you could probably afford a better house, whatever the fuck you're looking for.
Yeah.
You're not down that bad in those minds if you're rocking these Reeboks.
I'm saying you can sell your.
But from their point of view, they're probably like
poverty
bottom
shoes.
of the barrel, right? Poverty shoes. They probably assign those shoes to them.
They got the Velcro strap on the side.
They found the robot laying in the trash wearing them, and he's like, "This is my Reebok Stompers," and she's like, "There are Reebok Stompers."
Andy got them kicks, bro.
Yeah, that's interesting. They went having them look aesthetically accurate with the dirt on them.
I don't love that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, it's somebody's gonna look at it and be like, "Wow."
Yeah, I'm not paying $160 for dirty shoes.
Fuck no.
Dirty ass shoes.
Andy got them kicks, homie.
I'd be like, well, if you watched Alien Romulus, and I'm pretty sure you didn't, you would see. And then it's like you have to have that whole conversation. Like the little girl, it's like, I'm pretty sure I know more about Alien Romulus than you do, genius.
Nick is hitting the nail on the head with Eric's friend who says we're all film snobs.
my friend.
You the one that said.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember what you initiated the conversation, but you was like, he thinks we're all film snobs.
Yeah, I forget what that. I mean,
we aren't snobs at all.
I was about to say, I feel like I'm the furthest thing. I'm as down to earth of a movie watcher as it gets.
It's just a certain behavior. Definitely movie buffs, because there's a lot of things we do that people seem weird. Like buying movies without seeing them.
I still double down that y'all know more than me.
I mean, well, that's probably true. But the behavior.
Out of the group, I'm the closest to a normie as we have.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Do you disagree?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're all about on the same wave, except for Eric. I feel like Eric
is a little bit head and shoulders above.
Eric, why?
But even like Rocket was on here a minute ago, and he was like, the great thing about the Alien director's cut. I'm like, you know a lot about the Alien Special Edition,
right, bro? Like, I'm just now learning that every single Alien movie has an alternate version.
Really?
Yeah, I know. I watched them when I was a kid. Like, I know I watched Aliens some different version, but it's just been so long, and I put these ones in, and they were all long.
Yeah,
man, I don't half hours to sit here. I got 2 hours.
Just tell me that there's a version of AVP Requiem that's called the well lit version.
Them knuckleheads. That's so dumb. So the cinematographer for that, he said he didn't like the way Paul W.S. Anderson's was so brightly lit, and he wanted to have a look to it. Okay, that's good. You can have a dark looking. Look at Blade Runner.
DJ Khaled, bro, congratulations. You played yourself.
Yeah. You can have a dark looking movie without it being not literally seeing it.
Literally looks like, okay, you do an Instagram filter or edit one of your pictures on your phone, and it's got the black where you just turn it and it just kind of hones in the shadows. It just looks like they went boom. All right. Have you seen the thing recently of the 35 millimeter cut of Batman? It's all over Twitter. Somebody was like, I just saw the 35 millimeter print of Batman 1989, and it's it's a picture, but it's all the shit, all the shadows. It's like that. They took the dark and just went boom, and so it's the scene when Vicky Vale is in the Batcave talking to Batman, and he's just hairspray mixed with lipstick and all that stuff. And he's sitting there. You can't see his face.
That's dumb.
They must have got a really old print.
Completely black.
That's so dumb.
And she's standing there with shadows on her face, and everything's black. You can't even see. And the guy's like, they robbed us of all this beautiful shadow.
Shut the fuck up.
I was like, come on. It's people
beautiful shadow.
Yeah. And I was like,
but no, not only did he lit his sets to have minimal light, in post-production, they darkened it even more.
It's insane. I watched it 2 years ago before Prey, and a couple years before that, before The Predator, and the year before that, before Alien Covenant. I'm like, wow, I keep watching Requiem, expecting to maybe hate it less. And I watched it this time, for whatever reason, I was like, fuck this movie. It was the only one I wanted to turn off. I was like, dude, fuck this. I can't even watch.
That was my whole logic. I watched AVP before Prey. I could not do it before Romulus.
I was thinking, but I was like, Alien vs. Predator, I don't hate it. The first one, I don't hate it.
The first one, it could have been.
It's bad, but it's not unwatchable.
But once again, when I say about bad movies, I mean about good movies hidden within bad movies, the flashback when they showed at the top of the pyramid thingy.
Yeah.
And that's the movie I want to see.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid. But
when all the aliens are coming up and bam, bam, that's the movie you should have made.
Tribe of Predators. This is an ancient war. It's fuck it, I'm in. Yeah. Okay, cool. They're in a room with aliens, and there's.
But you know what? Think about this. Would it really be ballsy? You notice how all these movies, the versus movies and the movies set around Freddy versus Jason, the aliens, the center of the story always has to be humans.
No, it doesn't have to be.
But they seem to think it does. These studios,
stupid studios.
Make the movies about the creature.
We're finally gonna get Transformers 1. Be it's animated, but we're gonna get a fucking Transformers movie with no humans. It's gonna bang.
No humans.
It's gonna fucking slap.
I mean, maybe, unless it sucks.
No, I feel like Paramount has finally figured out with Mutant Mayhem and Transformers 1. Paramount has finally figured out how to inject themselves into the fucking animation discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm talking about is you got Big Swole Squidward at the beginning of Prometheus, and then time passes. And then you got the Prometheus main story. somewhere in there, they can retcon, because that's what they do. They can give us a Prey-esque alien movie set in the past.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
But on the real though, I just want the next installment of Prey. Whether it's in the future, whether it's Prey 2, bring back Amber Mid-Thunder.
Somebody put out an idea about a Prey-style movie with the Predator.
That's literally what Prey is.
Yeah, well, yeah. No, but have a movie like that set in
colonial times.
In samurai ancient Japan time.
I heard about that. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, have a samurai go against the Predator.
It'd just be a big ass 2-hour sword fight.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm down for
Predators, that was a pretty cool when a dude fought the Predator with the sword.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah. Predators fucks.
Predators is super underrated.
Yeah, most of the Predator actually pretty.
Yeah.
It doesn't have really weak links. Like Predator's great. Predator 2 is good. Predators is good. Prey was great. And then it's like, and then you have Requiem.
Hard agree.
You don't even. When I think of Requiem, I just think of the human stuff because it's
which is the horrible
Predators do. It's all dark. It's like, okay, and they're fighting in the gymnasium of the school or whatever the fuck they're doing the whole thing.
Hold on.
Like,
did you say like, gymnasium?
Yeah.
30 seconds in, we got a gay joke. Nice. And then it's like, I know who ordered the sausage lovers. It's like,
in a restaurant. Yeah, he did say that.
These are the characters. We got like a bunch of kids. John Ortiz is the goddamn cop. He's like a real actor to me. I'm like, that's like a genuine character actor. He's a
Fuck
real
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, but he's hardly in a movie.
And it's like, I was like, he read this script. There's no way he wasn't like, this fucking sucks, man. Like, I'm the cop.
Yeah.
He hadn't particularly have broken out yet. Like, Fast and Furious hadn't hit. He probably accepted that shit before American Gangster.
And American Gangster, like, he was in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good character
He's a really good character actor.
Great.
Yeah.
Thinking like, well, this is like the biggest, like, meatiest role I'm gonna have. And it's just like they're fucking flying the helicopter at the end.
It looks like
we blew it. We all blew it.
It looks like they're cooking a Prey sequel and Badlands. I think Badlands is supposed to be like a futuristic Predator movie. And Elle Fanning is in that.
Interesting.
I don't know which one Dan Trachtenberg is working on though.
Somehow in the future.
Shout out Dan Trachtenberg, bro. Like 10 Cloverfield Lane and Prey. Man.
That's what Fede Alvarez said recently. They were like, an AVP movie, and he said, I would co-direct one with Dan Trachtenberg. And it's like,
yeah, imagine that.
Respectfully, Fede Alvarez is not that to me. I'm so, like I said it on my YouTube video, bro. Like the girl with the dragon tattoo, the girl with the spider's web, is heavily forgettable.
Yeah, forgettable.
Yeah,
that's
probably his only.
Y'all can vouch for Evil Dead. Like y'all know, I'm never gonna watch that shit. But Don't Breathe is money.
Don't Breathe is. Evil Dead rocks. Evil Dead is, yeah.
I think as a series, Underdead is underrated. Because it's no bad movie.
I've never heard of Underdead.
The Underdead.
You said it.
Yeah. No, The Evil Dead.
There you go.
It's underrated. Call it under. Yeah.
Is it though? Like Sam Raimi, a lot of Sam Raimi's like aura comes from Evil Dead more than Spider-Man.
Of course, yeah. That's his style.
The other night we went and got dinner at this restaurant. It's kind of like a sports bar, but it's just a restaurant. We just went in and got dinner, and they are always having sports on just like all the TVs, and then just one of the TVs was playing For Love of the Game, and I was just like, it's so funny that Sam Raimi was like, I'm gonna direct this.
Let me do a sports drama.
And I'm talking about that, and she was like, okay, and I was like, no, you don't understand, because he did fucking weird shit, and then he did Spider-Man, and it's like in between. He was
It's like, bro, yeah, you did Evil Dead, Darkman, The Quick and the Dead. Yeah. Let me do a baseball movie.
Like, let me do the worst of the Kevin Costner baseball movies.
He said the worst. But technically, yes, that's true. But by comparison, yeah.
I like the love of the game, but it's
that's what I'm saying. Like, is it even really bad?
Just comparison-wise to his, like to Field of Dreams and Bull Durham is crap. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for love of the game.
But I want to circle back to, let's see, before my...
Should we talk about Aliens some more?
Off. Yeah, it's technically about Aliens.
We've talked about Requiem more than any other movie. You assholes.
It's like a train wreck, man. You just can't stop looking at it.
And it's the fucking dude. I don't know. It's like the dude who was always a dick. Like, he was in Final Destination 2. He was in Snow Day. I don't know if you remember the guy, like the blonde guy. And he was just always just like in it.
I remember from Final Destination.
I barely remember Final Destination 2.
Yeah, and it was just like, he had to have been like 30 or something in Requiem. Like, who ordered the sausage lovers? And he's like, it's like, this is it. Man. The follow-up to Alien versus Predator, where we had like...
But like you said, you asked the question. And comparing it to like Romulus or even another movie, like these are the characters. Like the girl I thought was the main chick just got skewed on the wall. Right? Yeah. Like,
but it's like the effort of them trying to be cool. AVP Requiem is called Aliens versus Predator Requiem.
Is it?
Yeah. Aliens, Alien versus Predator, Aliens versus Predator Requiem. Like, they thought they were, like, trying to do something really cool.
Yeah, nobody noticed that shit.
Nah. No.
Oh, man.
True. I've only ever called it AVP Requiem.
Yeah.
I was just like...
AVPR.
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 AVPR. Everbrew. Yeah, Merry Christmas.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas 07 ranks among the lowest in human history. Sorry, National Treasure 2.
But that true?
It came out probably not on the 25th, but it came out that Christmas season.
Yeah, it was just I never get. They always have movies open on Christmas Day, and I never go to the movies on Christmas Day. So it's like, why do they do it? Why don't they just let movies breathe? Just let movies breathe. It's like, Star Wars is going to go number 1 or whatever's out, so just let it breathe through Christmas. Kraven the Hunter is going to be the big holiday hit this year.
Is it?
With that trailer.
We didn't talk about that at the top. I will say that Rhino doesn't look horrible in those trailers.
Sorry. And I know
I'm surprised that they're making it R.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
You got to give Joker fall they do and run for its money.
Yeah. It's not going to at all. It's going to suck. It's like we pushed it back a year. It's going to be a Madam Web, a Morbius, and it's like, whatever. Trailer looks fine.
Yeah.
To me, look fine. If I wasn't concerned about that,
dude,
I'd be like, oh, that's cool.
Sony's going to scrap, dude. We're going to be back in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 times after Kraven makes no money.
Yep. Nothing.
Has Ariana DeBose even been in these trailers?
She was in this one like briefly.
I saw
briefly.
Aaron Taylor-Johnson.
Academy Award winner.
Russell Crowe has the voiceover. Obviously, they showed Aaron Taylor-Johnson. We got a little bit of Alessandra Nivola. I mean, I get human form and rhino form.
Yeah.
And it is... Okay, that's what I thought. Like, the dude who, like, was talking like he was his brother was like, okay, that's Chameleon. And, bro, like, social media is running wild with... If Sony uses a villain, then they tell Marvel that they can't use that villain. We knew this years ago.
Yeah.
Who cares? So it's like, you want to talk about fighting Morbius? Fuck off. Like, no, you didn't. Like, you didn't want that. Kraven the Hunter. Kraven the Hunter's cool, but it's like, that wasn't going to happen.
I will say, before No Way Home like talked about all this multiversal shit, I did want Craven as that villain. The way that Far From Home ended, Craven hunting Peter would have been great as a grounded third movie.
It would have been something. They didn't do that.
Yeah, it's just a whole mess over there.
Oh yeah, I have no like. I'm sorry, Venom: The Last Dance looked like ass. This movie looks fine.
That trailer played in front of Bad Boys, and I haven't seen it since. They haven't played that shit.
I feel like I just saw it in front of Borderlands.
Yeah, I think they played it for Borderlands for me too.
Nope. Maybe and it's because I see a lot of IMAX movies. If something's in IMAX, I typically do it just because it's more comfortable, it's bigger, it's louder, it's better. Even if the movie isn't working. I feel IMAX generally trailers. I remember watching Black Widow in IMAX and then having to go see it the second time. They moved us to a different theater and I had to go see it in regular, and it played twice as many trailers. I remember being like, Space Jam? Jesus Christ. All these trailers that weren't in
this comes out next week, fucker.
Maybe that's why like the Speak No Evil trailer has a chokehold on like everybody, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen it here and there.
I feel like I've seen that shit quite a bit. I got a Mufasa trailer before before Alien 2.
Yeah, that was weird. But I guess it's Disney.
That's why I told y'all I was watching it. Like I never knew Scar was adopted.
Yeah, that's a retcon. I'm just joking in a group.
You son of a bitch.
And they're trying to like
you had me convinced.
It's like
that's
I want to know what did he do? Who did he kill? Like what happened? How did he usurp the throne? Like what did Scar do? I'm not actually interested, but now I'm like,
right?
This is a thing.
It's like, why isn't this a summer release? Like I'm not trying to watch the live action Lion King in December.
I don't like watching anything in December if I can help it. Like kind of anything like Sonic 1 and 2. I'm gonna want to kill myself. I'm like, why am I watching?
Facts.
I could be watching Love Actually again.
I think I've made it to where like the only non-Christmas movies I'm watching this December are The Lion King. Not even the '94. I'm watching the live action Lion King and those first two Sonics. Everything else in December is a Christmas movie.
Yeah. See, we're doing the Nick Goodman school of watching. I was like, man, I don't want to do anything at Christmas time outside of like watching Christmas movies.
Facts.
Out of Christmas, it's like I'm not watching the Christmas movies.
Oh man.
Yeah.
If I can help it, which I usually can. Prometheus technically a Christmas movie.
Technically.
What?
Maybe I'll run it back on December 1st.
Oh no.
Yeah. I was saying, it's always funny when you read movie dates. It's like Saw technically took place in 2001. It's like that happened on September 10th, 2001.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
We're all out of there thinking, well, at least tomorrow will be better than today was.
Dr. Gordon had no idea.
No. He goes home and no gives a shit. It's like, Lawrence, can you stop talking? We're watching the news.
Right. Wait, no.
My fucking foot is gone. It's like, what?
Well, sorry about you. There are more pressing issues than your foot in New York.
Yeah. Go get your foot then. We're watching the news.
Oh, man. Anyway. When is the next movie supposed to come out?
Next September. Next September.
Hey, is it next year?
It's next September.
So they're not going to do... When did Saw X come out?
Last September.
Yeah. They're not going to do the every year thing.
I was about to say, because I thought they were going to start lining up those every year Saw movies again.
He's not getting any younger.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's great. There's nothing wrong with that, but like he's supposed to be like 58.
Yeah, Tobin Bell's in his fucking 80s.
He's 80s, yeah. They got to put a baseball cap on.
He's got cancer, and I'm like, cancer doesn't make you 80. It makes you sick. It doesn't make you 80 years old.
That's a fact.
And Tobin Bell, you go back to the movie, you're like, oh man, he's been around a long time.
Yeah.
He was in an episode of Seinfeld, dog.
Yeah, I saw that when they were going through his stuff.
Yeah, he was like a pawn shop guy, and Kramer and Newman are trying to like slang some shit to him. That's a funny episode.
Character actors, a shot. You look at like Paul Giamatti. character actor. He's got character actor face, and everybody's like, he's a character actor. He shows up. He's in my best friend's wedding. He's a character actor. The Negotiator. He's a character actor. It's like you give a Sideways, a big fat liar, and it's like,
yeah,
to be without Jim, or like Philip Seymour Hoffman. Like he used to be character actor guy, and it's just like
he was the go-to in the back half of the '90s. Philip Seymour Hoffman was the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was just always that guy, kind of a dick, kind of a douchebag, maybe awesome. Like it depends. It's like, oh, in Twister, he's awesome. And,
right.
What is
in the same?
What
in
is
the
he in
same
Big
year,
Lebowski?
What was the movie? People, have y'all seen the movie Hard 8? I think it was Paul Thomas Anderson.
No. That's one that I'm waiting to get that's one that I'm waiting to get put out on Criterion.
Yeah. Philip Seymour Hoffman was in that, and he had a real funny role.
Yeah.
He was an a-hole, but right, but
a dick, and
like Punch Drunk Love,
or not School Ties, Son of a Woman. He's a dick. Have you ever watched it? He's like a dickhead.
Yeah, he's the guy that wants
Almost Famous. And so it's like, give that guy a lead role and just let him, like, let's see. And it's like, can you imagine a world without Philip Seymour Hoffman? So it's like leading movies. Like,
what's the Red Dragon when he was a reporter?
That's the name. The name of Ricky Tan's boat.
That's hilarious that he directed both of those movies,
right?
And so Manhunter. No, that's a coincidence because the book has always been Red Dragon.
You're like, fuck yeah, man. That's exactly
right.
Man, a Red Dragon. You wouldn't get it, man. You're gay.
Imagine, in Manhunter, which was the original movie, about Hannibal Lecter, the actor who played the reporter, y'all would not believe.
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
It's, I know this.
Yeah, we just mentioned the movie that Fidel Alvarez, and he looks like a totally different person.
Yeah. It's
Stephen Lang.
Yeah, that's why I was like, it's in my head. I was like, yeah, it's him.
Yeah, and the same thing happened in that movie with the wheelchair on fire.
And I always think of like Red Dragon. I think Red Dragon is underrated. I think it's like the Philip Seymour Hoffman, like his like, oh God, oh Jesus, and I'm like, oh God, oh Jesus, and I'm like, yeah, this is good. He's great. Probably a better actor. And not as good a movie, but it's still good. Not as good as Alien.
Well, it doesn't look like I'm gonna make it to the end of the episode. Can't find my charge, and I'm on 3%.
I was about to say, we are still on wax.
Yes, I'm sorry, audiences.
I keep phoning it in, and it's like, you know who was great? Paul Giamatti. It's like, yeah. No, bro.
Fucking David Johnson, Callie Spaney, Isabella Merced. They were all great.
I thought the whole cast was great. I thought I was fine with the plot.
Oh, hold on.
The things I mentioned that I was like weighed heavier on me by Eric.
I'm trying to tell you, like, I don't even regret it. I said on YouTube, at Randy Little on YouTube, if you checking for me, it's a great burger with a stale bun. It's gonna take me like repeat viewings to get on with these kids just hijack the fucking Nostromo. And then the third act, bro, I cannot get on board with another fucking human xenomorph hybrid.
I just think they could have leaned into it a little bit, like, don't need anything screwed.
And the monster, it's like, if we're talking about shoddy CG, like, the monster looked worse than the one in Resurrection. The one in Resurrection had some pain behind its fucking sunken in eyes.
It's like, yeah, he died. That was fucked. It was like, oh, it's blowing his ass out. Like, it's getting sucked in. It's ass first.
Yeah.
But, like,
and
I was okay with the plot. I think they could have leaned into it more, added a little bit of time. I think, like, leaning into, like, the poverty aspect of it, just being like, because it showed her, like, in the line, like, hey, I'm out. They're like, you're going in.
Am I tripping? Or did the lady behind the desk, like, manually changed the number of hours that she was due in the moment.
It changed on the thing. It was actually your.
Woo. I'm in heaven.
It looks like it.
Aloha, bitches.
I'm on the
I don't know
moon. Hiya, 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 hiya.
Oh man, what is going on?
But yeah, that to me, I was like,
Eric,
they
that
kind
is
of
an
could have
ugly shirt.
made it almost like a heist movie. Like, we're going up, and this is how we're going to steal the ship, and we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And that could have been.
That would have
like,
been fire.
What they didn't know was aliens. But they didn't. But it's like, that didn't bother me so much. But it was just like, I was like, to me, there was probably more positives than the negatives. But like, the negatives just weighed harder on me. It's like, and here's the match. Here's fucking Ian home again.
I see that really bother you, but it just they hung on to it a little.
Wait till this.
I agree.
Wait till this Lord of the Rings animated movie where they fucking shoehorn Ian Holm into that.
Yeah.
Like Ghostbusters, even to me, that's a little much. The Harold Ramis thing, but he talk, and it is used strictly. I feel like it was with the permission and support of these people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I get why they did that.
Like, the movie's called Afterlife.
I don't necessarily love it. It maybe went on a little too long, but I get it. But like, this wasn't that. This was just like, I don't know. Oh, you know. Oh, you know me. I take control of the ship. And it's like, bro, he's in the whole movie.
Yeah.
Maybe for it, give them some information, I'd have been like, okay, oh, cute, R.I.P. But it was like the whole movie. He's like, oh, I'm up here on this table.
No, bro. Isabella Merced like got into the fucking craft, the spaceship, and he give me control so I can fly you to safety. That was with like 25 minutes left.
Yeah, give me control. You don't know me. Like, who the fuck are you?
He said, you don't know me.
You don't know me, but I know you. I know your face.
Yeah, she's not in any scene that he's in until that moment.
He's in bed for most of the movie.
Right?
Like, right. I'm pregnant. And they're like, who's the dad? She's like, some asshole.
Some asshole. Like, the guy with the bad ADR from Adam Webb.
But yeah, I think they definitely the series is still decent.
Oh, they're gonna make another one.
I ranked it right in the, and I was like, honestly, even if I gave it that extra 3, I was like, it's still in the middle. Like, it wasn't better than Prometheus.
I put it 5th.
Yeah. But it fucks. I mean, there's juice there. Like,
fucks with a condom.
Like Fede Alvarez, I'm like, yeah, he cooked a little bit.
Yeah.
I'd bring him back for another one, but it's like
he used the mic. He used the microwave.
He cooked. It was a sense to breathe in space. That's why I was like, all right, do that. Do it.
For the
so I got
second
the 4
act.
kids breaking into the, and oh fuck, there's aliens in here. Oh shit, there's an old guy in here. And it's basically.
But I'm curious.
His next project needs to be Don't Breathe 3 with Jane Levy.
Yeah, to continue from.
I disagree. We didn't need Don't Breathe 2.
We didn't.
Not at all. I was just talking about
the Don't Breathe 2 we needed was a follow-up from the first one, not a random fucking home invasion or whatever.
Hero. That shit, I just, in my head, I just remember him being like, don't come near me. I've raped. What? I'm a child hearing that. It's like, it's okay, Grandpa. Or whatever she called him. Like, let's get out of here. And he's just like, don't come near me. I'll rape you. It's just like, I don't think he said that. But
well, YouTube is, forget about YouTube.
They were like, we have to answer for that, right? Like, he was totally doing that in the first movie. But yeah, but he's changed now. He's changed. It's like, no, he hasn't. He's blind. He's still living in the...
Yeah. I mean, these guidelines are just stupid as far as YouTube. You can't say... You gotta say... You notice you can't say suicide on YouTube. Or even so...
You just did.
Where did that come from?
I just said it. We just said we've talked about how many times on it.
Yes.
They're talking about everything on the Brick League podcast.
And I just and somebody instead of rape, they talk about grape. I'm like, and I didn't get what the person was talking about. I'm like, she graped him. I'm like, oh, they're trying to say because they can't say. But anyway,
it's called sexual assault.
Yeah, you can't say that. You gotta say SA.
Alive myself,
hey, bro. With all due respect, we are not Hispanic.
that was good.
Like, I'm not making like we are not making any kind of income off of this. I will say whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like Bill Maher.
I mean, you get the listens where they count. I mean, off the audio only. I mean, YouTube is just cooked as far as to try to be popular on there. It ain't
can you say fuck YouTube on YouTube? Because I'm talking about fuck YouTube.
But no, but before we go, I'm curious. I don't like Alien Covenant as much as y'all, but I don't hate it. I still think it's a good movie.
This is one of our longest episodes in the grip.
But I'm still curious that conclusion, that third act.
Well, there was supposed to be, wasn't there? Like there was supposed to be a Prometheus 3.
Yeah,
and they just kind of did it.
I feel like Ridley did have an idea for a third movie.
Yeah,
of course
because it ended with like.
Because that's what I'm talking about. Like, I want to know why he was saving those fucking like face hugger specimens and shit.
Yeah. Oh, and that look he gave her, like it's kind of like that story I told you.
He's like, totally.
Yeah, he put her in the cryo chamber, and then she just starts wigging out.
Like, what story are you talking about?
He said, I slaughtered Nomi Rapace. Now I am slaughtering Catherine Waterston. Who's the next lead actress I can put to death?
Hot stick I can kill.
Facts.
Yeah, and a lot of people didn't like that Nomi Rapace didn't make it, so to speak.
Yeah, bro, it was like, why is he here? Where is she? Wouldn't she be in there?
How many years later?
It's tension. It's bubbling tension. Like,
yeah, it's like we know David is not a good synthetic or a good android. What's the other one? Walter?
So what's that?
Walter was too naive to survive.
Oh, yeah. Well, pretty much. But oh, yes.
So it feels like we're winding down.
Yes.
So I could talk about Resurrection all day if you don't.
No.
or Requiem.
So, as of now,
I didn't mean to do that.
My plan for the next episode is just to recap the summer, the highs and the lows. Probably some more Romulus talk, some Borderlands, some Inside Out, some Bad Boys, some Apes, some Fall Guys, some fucking Deadpool.
Crow.
No Crow. No Crow.
Finally, some Crow.
No Crow.
Some Crow.
That is a no Crow.
Baby.
We'll talk about Blink twice more than we talk about Crow. Some fucking
and it's gonna be
Pennywise
some of the movies
Crow.
You named. It's gonna be quite a few flops in there.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate.
That's what happened. The summer movie season has the expectations, but normies don't go see those movies.
Yeah. It's just weird and...
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, some movies that flop kind of deserve to flop than Borderlands, but...
Oh, yeah.
Not The Crow.
And that's not being... I can't wait to see. That's...
See... Hopefully, if y'all stuck around with us for this long-ass conversation, we'll be back in 2 weeks. Hopefully, Rocket won't have another fantasy football fucking draft.
I hope he drafted a good team.
I hope he drafted bums.
No, that's terrible.
If he drafted Caleb Williams, he definitely not making the playoffs.
Like a bunch of bums out here.
Oh, man. Catches shrapnel from here.
Like, as I'm talking... I ain't got but like 4 to 6 bars written, but I'm going to spit something when y'all see me in like 3 seconds. It's Rec League, and I like drop a comment. Let us know how y'all felt about AlienRomulus. I'll be back. Yo. Hey yo, I extend an invitation to the instigation. She trying to get a makeover, but that's what I refer to as a renovation. They say whoever lands the most professional disc gets to run the nation, but to me that's just a bunch of blatant hating. You idiots think you get a say in a decision based off debating. With this rhyme shit, I am the bars, the expectation. Disagree and I'll Steph Curry you, put the silver to a whole nation. Just can't get with the times, bitch, that mindset is ancient. Pop them in the nose, then they can't smell. I stay catching what they throwing out like I'm Tank Dell. Claim you got game, but she seen your sports. Ask her what that mouth do, but she a xenomorph. Nobody wanna earn, everybody just wants something free. You having issues with the lash out cause your ex 23. Society became a place where you respected for pretending. If I catch you tripping over followers, that relationship is ended. And chill until the next episode.